Hello.
Slightly late. Totally wasn't my fault. I blame it all on Josh.
Oh, even though you're the one that didn't send me the link till about
No.
5 minutes till.
No. Lies. That's me. That didn't happen. I didn't get caught up with a Bluetooth issue, and I got also stuck watching Jay Longrone's reaction to the horrific Resident Evil trailer.
I haven't seen that yet. Oh no.
Leon looks like Carlos from 3. It's so funny. It's like I was sitting there just like, oh, it's Carlos. I thought this was supposed to be like 1 and 2. I guess they could cover 3 if it's about Raccoon City. Oh, that's Leon, because you've told me in the fucking trailer you have spoken that it is Leon.
Wow.
Oh. You sure?
Okay, I have that to look forward to.
The music's awful. Do you know the He-Man meme? The hey, yeah, hey.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that's the song they chose for the trailer.
Serious?
Okay. That's all I hear the whole track. I gotta see a head. He-Man in my mind head banging. With like a rainbow background. That's all I see the whole trailer. It's like a slightly slower version because of course it is. It's spooky. It's serious. So they've made Claire like a conspiracy. It's great. Very interesting to make Claire a conspiracy theorist about a virus that the government did something and corrupted and thing.
Yeah.
Interesting time to release something in regards to that.
I mean, granted, the timeline of the original Resident Evil games did get convoluted just a wee bit.
But I'm just talking about in regards to real life
right.
events. Very interesting. So, yes. Very interesting. Yes, by the way, tip jar in description below if you wish to give the Fez Cat money. And also the Fox. The Fox gets money too. I know, shocking.
Well, that's going to deter people from donating.
No, the Fox doesn't get money. He gets Monopoly money. He thinks it's money, but then I take it away.
I'm still confused on this concept of currency that you humans have.
It's okay. You don't have to worry about it. Don't worry about it.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's okay. Yeah,
but the more things go on in this world, the more I'm convinced, is it worth conquering this planet? I don't know.
Many have tried. At least that's what television keeps telling me. Okay. Only a few have actually done it. So most of the time, though, I've noticed that it's like either some natural disaster destroys us or we blow ourselves up, from what I've gathered from watching a lot of disaster movies.
Pretty much.
It never seems like, because whenever there's like a foe that we can punch, we always win, it seems like. But if it's like Mother Nature, which we are, you're not
going to win that fight.
We're not winning that. And if it's us, occasionally we lose. I can't remember. There was one movie I saw on the Sci-Fi channel that had
oh, you mean Sci-Fi?
Whatever the fuck it's called. They actually had it where like at the end of the world, like we ended up blowing ourselves up. They were like actually kind of funny. But the whole movie like, we're gonna do it, and we gotta get to this generator and blah, and I don't know why we made a generator that has like a giant ass like sphere of power coming off of it. I don't know why we did that. I feel like I was only going to end badly.
A bit of a design flaw.
Yeah, I don't know why we did it like that, but they were like, "Oh, we're going to do it," and they did, and they got to the point, and they actually like they put in the coordinates, and then it like zooms out, and the planet blows up. That made me laugh. It was supposed to be like but they did it, and I was like, "That's hilarious! Are you kidding me? You spent like an hour and a half like convincing me you could do this thing and then you blew yourself up. That's hilarious. That's actually what would happen.
Yeah.
Finally, a realistic movie.
A movie that I saw that probably made me laugh the most, based on the destruction that happens at the end.
Mhm.
These people crash land on this prison colony planet,
Uh-huh.
and they happen to be carrying the president of this, basically this galactic federation empire, whatever.
Of course.
And
the Galactic Federation
of course
of
you would
Empire,
take
whatever.
of course you would take the president by the prison colony world. Why wouldn't you?
Yeah, no, that's a common thing that people like to like drive by prisons. That's a common thing that people do. Yeah, it's very normal. Yeah.
So they crash land, and
Uh-huh.
on the other side of the world, it was like a group of natives to the planet.
Of course, you would put your prison colony planet on a whatever, a planet with life on it.
Right.
Yeah,
makes total sense.
Yeah, if you have a whole
this was
planet
a very,
dedicated to this.
very, very low budget B movie, by the way.
See, that's why you put it on a moon instead of a planet.
But if it's but that requires more money to be able to film that. Because if it's on a planet, you can just go to a damn forest preserve and just film 90% of your movie there. I'm not kidding.
But okay, you the Ewoks were on a moon, yes? Or
True.
were they on a planet? I can't remember if that was the case.
They were on the moon of Endor.
Okay, well that had a lot of forest to it.
That's true.
So, like, why does just because our moon's barren doesn't mean other moons have to be barren?
That is true.
So, I mean, you could have a forest moon. Hell, I watched, what the fuck was it? Predators? It's like the third one. With like the chick predators hunting on the planet. Yeah. I watched that recently because it's October. Actually, I don't need an excuse to watch horror movies, but I'm just saying that. Yeah, I don't really need an excuse. I'll watch horror movies for Christmas. I don't fucking care. When I was a kid, I wanted, and my parents were still like reading stories to me. So I mean, like as a kid, on Christmas Eve, I chose Scooby-Doo and Zombie Island as my choice. So I've always been weird. Anyway, they had like forests and shit on that moon too, on the Predator.
Right.
Pre-game preserved planet, I guess.
Right, so anyway,
sorry. Whatever. God damn it.
So our heroes, quote unquote, that are trying to save the president from this prison colony planet, convince the locals to try to help them.
Right.
And so they lead an attack onto basically the prison, so they can get in and get the president out. And while this battle's going on, they all just get into the spaceship, leave, and the blast from its exhaust port destroys the prison planet, destroys the prison and all the natives who just helped them. I'm like, wow, you guys are assholes. It was pretty glorious.
How big was this spaceship?
I mean, it was a sizable rocket.
But to wipe out a planet, basically.
All right, no, it didn't wipe out the planet. It wiped out the prison.
Okay. To wipe out a city, basically, because that's what you would need. Basically, okay, to wipe out a city from your exhaust port, that thing has to be so big that it wouldn't. The size proportion on planet to rocket, it doesn't add up. Because it would fuck up the gravity on the planet at that point. It would have to be that big. Like, imagine, like, a truck's exhaust port that would have to be big enough to wipe out, I don't know, fucking, I don't know, San Diego. Like how big the scale, like that doesn't seem physically possible.
I'm not saying it was a good movie.
Oh no, I'm just saying that like the logic train that ended with you going, how are we going to end this movie? Let's have the exhaust port fire, like, fucking literally fire from it and like just burn an entire city down in like one go. It's like, it would have to be absurd.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know how you would manage to do that. And oh my god, Mary McCheese has coffee. Yes, I appreciate coffee or tea. I don't know which one.
What about Dr. Pepper?
Dr. Pepper, I guess, is also something that could be served in a teacup. Why not?
That's true.
When I was in college, I would drink chocolate milk out of a shot glass.
Yeah. Yeah, I've done that.
It was a cool glass. It had like a skull in it, and like it when you filled it up, the skull was the only thing that filled up, so it looked like it was kind of floating.
Okay.
It was $5, whatever. Anyway, so we have a glorious video. It's short, but that doesn't mean that it's gonna be shorter as a stream.
Right.
As we have seen in the past, sometimes these short videos are the worst and most frustrating.
This is true. Also, before we start, I also do want to just personally thank R1 Avalon for filling in for me last week.
Yay, friend! Yes. Yay, thank you, friend, for filling in. Thank you. Thank you, Arwen. We were a bit crazy, I would say.
I know. I heard the replay.
Yeah. Just a little bit. A little crazy. Not like insane, but just a little bit.
But I mean, my God, was that kid stupid?
To be fair, our brains were melting. So.
Yeah. Yeah, like everything that kid said was like, wait, time out, what?
It was just as bad as that cracked video, man. It was like...
And that was, what, 4 minutes long?
Yeah, it was awful, man. And it was literally just that guy liked that book series. And people kept comparing it to Lord of the Rings, and he wanted it to be able to stand on its own.
Yay.
Sorry, dude. Is my thing straight? Yes, it is. Okay, good. All right. Are you ready? Oh, yeah, I didn't even announce what this thing is. You can probably tell by the title of the stream what this thing's about. This guy thinks that the Star Trek, and I think he meant Star Trek 2009. I don't think he meant, like, the
Just
whole
Star
series. Trek? The whole series of J.J. Abrams, like 3 movies.
Okay.
We've
covered this guy before, haven't we?
Yes, Full Fat. Yes, we covered him before.
Oh, that's right.
Yes. He thinks it's a sci-fi classic. It's very difficult to hit classic. Like it takes years to hit that.
Yes. Like The Wizard of Oz is a classic. The Wizard of Oz is almost 80 years old.
Yes. It takes years, and it has to hold up over that entire time. And we're not even in the stage. Like, I would say, if it holds up and it is still talked about and people still rave about it and it is well known and regarded and stuff, I think that's what makes it a classic, which is different than a cult classic, which cult classic is kind of like, it has a small following.
Yeah, it's a niche.
It's a little niche thing. Yeah.
Plan 9 from Outer Space. It's a cult classic because it's so dumb, but it's not widely known.
Yes, exactly. It's there's a small audience that absolutely loves it. That's the difference between those two things. We're not even, I wouldn't say I guess 13 years since the 2009 Star Trek movie. We're not even close. We've barely scraped past a decade. Like, that's not even close. I would say minimum
in
20,
fact,
30.
probably 20. Yeah, I mean,
Yeah, I
because
would say
Lord of
yeah.
the Rings is a classic, but the Fellowship just turned 20.
Yeah, it's like it's
But that's
why it's
also based off of a book that
yes.
is absolutely a classic.
Yeah, in my opinion, I could see it's like once you start hitting closer to 20 years, then you can really tell if something is a classic or not. If it's going to be, but I would say Lord of the Rings is going to end up being regarded as a classic. That trilogy, I would say, that's a very fair assessment. The But Star Trek 2009. First of all, we're way too early. I didn't check when this video was published. But we're way too early to be talking about that. And Star Trek's kind of dead.
Exactly. That was the point I was going to make. Star Trek was in a healthier place before the 2009 movie than it is now.
Yeah, no, 1000%. Yeah, I don't know, man. I don't know. Let me hold on. Let me look this up real quick. The video was when it was made.
When did he make this?
So, open link, new tab. Give me 2018. So, not even 10 years when he made this.
Yeah, that's way too soon.
He hadn't even turned 10. I didn't mind 09. I have my issues with 09, but I don't think it's as bad as people think or want it to be. And I am totally okay with people going after Into Darkness because that was atrocious. I watched the third one though. It was better than 2 by far, like not even close. I would even say it might be better than the first one, but then I'd have to rewatch them.
I think it's the best of the Abrams films. I think Beyond is the best of the Abrams films. There's still a lot of logical fallacies and problems with it, but at least it gave a little time for the characters to grow a little bit.
Yeah, I hate Spock and Uhura's relationship. It's so hard cringy to watch it. It's so hard. It is so fanficky and not good fanfic. Good fanfics like that. I mean, that's some amazing literature. Okay, and I've read really good fanfic. It becomes like a page turner basically. Like it is fantastic. No, that's bad fanfic. That was somebody's ship that somehow made it into the movie series.
Yep.
I mean, it was horrific. It was like, at no point was I convinced that they were a couple.
No, and I think it's also pretty obvious that the reason they really pushed Uhura is because they wanted to have a girl as part of that trilogy, trinity of characters.
I won't forgive them
instead of Bones.
Yeah, I won't forgive them for kicking Bones to Uhura's position. Like, no, fuck off.
Yeah.
No, that's Bones. Bones is like me in that,
Plus, Keith Urban is the best actor of all of them.
You mean Carl Urban?
Carl Urban, whatever.
How dare you besmirch his name.
My point still stands.
Yeah.
He's the best actor of all of them.
Oh, no, by far. He is one of the best modern day actors, I would say. I think that's a pretty fair assessment.
And he's the only one I felt was, okay, I could picture this being the younger McCoy.
Oh, yeah, no, because he watched Star Trek and mimicked DeForest Kelly's micro, like, expressions and shit, was very intently trying to get into it. Hell, Lord of the Rings, he took horseback riding lessons. I know I've said this a million times before on this channel, but he took horseback riding lessons so that when he was saying his lines, he wasn't having to focus on the horse, because his character was supposed to be a natural what do you call that? Horseman? What do you call that? What's the dude? What is his? If he's on the horse, you know what I'm talking about, right?
I do.
Okay, yeah, I don't know what the name of it is, but
Oh God, there's Chris.
it's revealed their secret shame. Oh my God, Oh my God, I forgot Keith Urban's fucking country. That's fucking funny. Yeah, no, and yes, I would say if you were really bored and you had a free like couple of hours and you were craving, yeah, I would say yes. Go watch it. Yes. There's some really fucking stupid shit that happens in there, and the bad guy reveal is dumb.
Complete waste of Idris Elba.
I don't know how you.
Waste.
I don't know how you do that, but they
Let's
did it.
put him under so much makeup and give him these huge monster teeth that you can barely recognize his voice.
Oh yeah, no. Like Idris Elba is right up there as far as like Carl Urban as one of my favorite young actors in today.
Mm-hmm.
And I say young, but
yeah, he's not that young.
Yeah, but it's like a modern actor. I think is a better. way to
he's
put
a fantastic actor. I mean, Luther is fantastic.
Yes, both of them are some of my favorites.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. I kind of feel like if you're gonna have someone with that kind of, especially now, right, that kind of stardom, you just, I forget he's in there.
Yeah,
I forget. I really do. I forget he's in there.
It's like Ron Perlman in Star Trek Nemesis. It's like, oh yeah, he's in that. You just
is
completely.
He?
Yes, he is.
Did I watch Nemesis? Have I not watched Nemesis?
That
yet?
that was that last of the TNG films.
I watched Generations. I watched the
First
Borg
Contact.
one. Yeah. And then
Insurrection.
Oh, I haven't watched Nemesis. Okay, that's why I don't remember it. We could say.
You will not notice him in it.
Oh, okay. I love that. It's like how, you don't realize
he's
unless
the main,
you're...
Yeah, he's the main bad guy's, second in command. And you can't. He's under so much makeup, you can't recognize him, and he has big monster teeth that you can't recognize his voice. It's like it could have been anybody.
That's why you ADR that kind of shit, or at least if you're gonna give somebody like that kind of role. Perlman was in Nemesis. Yeah.
Yes, he was.
Yeah. It's like you don't even realize unless like you know your shit that in the Dark World, the Ninth Doctor is the bad guy.
Mm-hmm. That was a little more obvious since he is the lead and he has such a unique face.
Yeah,
but he's not utilized.
Although one could argue that Jane Foster was the bad guy in that movie.
That is true.
You could argue that, and you wouldn't be wrong if you argued that. So, yeah, we have this. Yay! Joyous day. Are y'all excited? Are y'all super pumped for this? Because I definitely am. Star Trek got Alba to wear white face. God damn it, Andrew. I'm highlighting
Oh my god, that's right.
God damn, that's hilarious. Yeah.
It was such a waste of Idris Elba in that movie.
Yeah. Weird. Just, So I'm trying to think of other movies. If I start thinking of movies that they've wasted people in, like Charles Dance, goddamn, man. Tony Todd. These people, like...
Charles Dance was in that stupid Dracula movie.
I know. I watched the Dracula Untold thing. I feel so bad. What is his name? Luke Evans? I feel so bad for that guy. Get him a better agent, too.
Yeah.
God damn, he worked his ass off in that movie. You could tell. He was acting his heart out. And... Yeah. 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 Poor guy. Didn't deserve that. Alright, you ready to watch this now that we've thoroughly depressed everyone, including myself in the audience?
Yay!
Yay. Dun,
I
dun,
got pizza. I got Dr. Pepper. I'm ready.
I ate my stuff before because I don't need y'all screenshotting me eating my food, you fucks. I know you do it. I know my audience.
This is the reason why I go behind an avatar.
Well, I was gonna do that, but I finally got this relatively set up. I'm almost done. So,
I like the little horse-winged Pegasus there.
It's not. It's a dragon.
It's a dragon. It looks like a Pegasus
It's
from
a
that angle.
dragon.
Okay, all right. Now, okay, I see it now.
It's a dragon. He's on top of the Tesseract. I don't have the Tesseract glowing. No. Hold on. I'm doing magic. Don't worry about it. I'm not turning on a battery or anything.
Boomer.
Oh, I was supposed to do it the other direction. Ha, ha, ha. No. You turn on Tesseract when I want you to turn on.
Well, it's part of chaos.
You can't tell because it's daytime, but that thing's on now. Oh, where did I put you there?
No, you can tell it's on.
There we go. Can I? Yes, you can. Hi. Yes. Hello. Yes, this is. I don't know his name or her name. I don't know. You can't really tell gender. So, I know.
Did you just assume that dragon's gender?
So, yes.
Okay, chat. We need a name for the dragon skeleton.
What? Because this is Thomas. I know it
Hi,
looks
Thomas.
like a woman, but this is Thomas. That's my skull. His name is Thomas. Yes, the 3 humans are in chat at the moment. Please come up with a name for my dragon.
One of them's me.
Isn't that particular peasant driven by the souls of the corrupted? You don't know. Maybe. You don't know, Chris. Perhaps. I don't know. Maybe. I haven't asked it what it's powered by. Okay? Currently, it's powered by me because I turned it on. So.
I thought you were going to say it's powered by love.
No, that's stupid. That's a big dumb. We don't do that here. What do you think this is? Fucking Captain Planet? Nah, we don't do that shit here. We're the bad guys. I have bad guy things here. Ignore the TARDIS and the 11th little thing that apparently died. It used to make a noise and light up, and it died. Big sad.
Is that a pen?
No, it's a sonic screwdriver.
Well, no, I know it's the 11th Doctor's sonic screwdriver, but I was like, it's
a little thing. You know, in Barnes and Noble,
it looks small.
It is. You know, in Barnes and Noble, you have those little things, the little small nerd things. You know what I'm talking about, right?
Yeah, I do.
That's what all these are.
Oh, okay.
I have a Cyberman and a Dalek and a little TARDIS. I have a couple Star Trek things too. I know, I'm a very entertaining person to watch. Yeah. Hey, you get this very highly entertaining nonsense for free. So
exactly.
You know, you get what you pay for. When somebody left, I was too sassy. Somebody left. It's right. One day I will amass hundreds to my army. I don't know when that day is, but one day I will. It will not be using a hot tub. I know. Shocking. Shocking.
So I recently saw Star Trek again.
Oh my god, no! I forgot to change my name. I knew I forgot to do something. Oh well, I am the user dude. Whatever the fuck.
An awesome event called Star Trek in Concert. It was an event that took place...
Okay, I'm gonna continue. I'm gonna be pausing a lot because I can hear UMG going.
You can hear the copyright boss going, "What was that over there?"
Copyrighted music, you must die. It's like, and I will say,
especially
the
CBS and
fucking
Paramount. They
Jesus
are
fucking Christ.
vicious.
Guys, we're doomed. I hope you know that.
I mean, a YouTuber I follow he is attempting to review every single episode of Star Trek ever produced. And he has had to re-edit his videos so many times because they keep striking it.
Yeah, they're one of the absolute worst.
Yeah, they really are.
Yeah. Anyway. So this dude saw in concert, cool. I think the Star Trek music, the composer they got for it is absolutely amazing. I think that's the best part of J.J. Abrams' Star Trek is
Isn't
the
it
music.
the same guy who did the Avengers theme?
Possibly. Michael starts with a G. I don't fucking know
Michael Giovanni
names.
or something like that?
Something like that. He's British. His arguments sound better. Don't tell that to the British people. We don't need that getting out, okay? They'll abuse it. Okay? Don't fucking tell the British people that they sound clever because of their fucking accent.
I mean, they
No.
do, but
We're not letting that out, okay? All right. Okay?
okay.
Especially don't tell Mueller. Do not inform that man.
At least we don't have to tell Az since he's from New Zealand.
Yeah, that's not. I feel like that's a joke that I don't get, but you know what?
Yeah.
Fuck it. Is he actually from New Zealand?
No. That's been the joke. Like
I'm
Mahler was the guest on on Friday Night Tights one night.
Yes.
And someone said, "Finally, we have a British person on Friday Night Tights," and Az was like, "What?"
Excuse you. I am offended.
So
No.
everyone just like, "Oh no, he's from New Zealand. We
Well,
don't have a
it's-
Brits here."
It's doubly funny because Mulder's Welsh. So, like, he's Anthony Hopkins-isms, okay? I think he puts on that voice too, doesn't he? Technically, he's trained his accent to be less Welshish.
Probably. I mean,
Let's say.
that is something you can do. I mean,
Yeah, I think that's the same thing Anthony Hopkins did.
I grew up in Wisconsin. I used to have a very, very heavy Midwestern accent.
It's all right. When I go visit, family, I gain a heavier accent.
You become more Texas.
I do have a Texas twang. It's just not as prominent as a lot of others. Even my parents, they have a much more prominent twang than I do.
Mm-hmm.
So I do have a twang. It's heavier on certain words, but for the most part, I do like to play it up. When I went to California one time, I played it up really, really hard. So yes, isn't Baller Welsh exactly? Yes. Thank you, Chris. Thank you. The life lesson: just because you sound intelligent doesn't mean that you are in fact saying intelligent things.
This is true.
People like to go and find all those fucking words that no one uses that you had to learn in like high school lit, and they like to memorize them and then use them because they're using these unusual words. They sound intelligent to our layman ear, but God only fucking knows what they're saying if it's actually smart or not. So
right.
Anyway, that's something that pissed me off. My brother considered going to law school when he was younger. He decided against that. And he was talking.
That pissed you off?
No. He decided the reason he decided. Okay, he decided to go. He wanted to go to law school. He didn't actually end up going to law school, but he told my family and I that he was going to stop saying y'all and a lot of like Texas slang because he was going to try to get into one of the Ivy League schools. Again, thank God that didn't happen because the Ivy League schools are fucking trash now.
Pretty much.
But that pissed me off. I was like, so, like, why would saying y'all be like detrimental up there? That's like super fucked up. They would look down on you because you're a Texan and you use Texanisms,
Mm-hmm.
But apparently that is something that happens, and that's kind of fucked.
Oh yeah.
Super fucked. But I did argue that, hey, why don't you do the Southern small town lawyer thing and play up the accent? Because for some reason that seems to charm people a lot more. Get like
As a Matlock.
the bow tie and the kind of the old Southern gentleman vibe. And I don't know. I thought that would be better. But I don't know anything. I'm a millennial.
Hall in London, England, where they basically project the film.
Okay. Sorry. I'm very scared. That's copyright.
Okay.
Copyright nuking. So I'm also worried about this footage he's using. So from what I've gathered, he in 2018 went to a concert, which cool. I've never gone to a concert. I don't like really loud noises and a bunch of people put together, so concerts are like my nightmare. I guess they play the fucking movie while you're listening to the music from the movie, which you would be doing even if you weren't at...
Yeah, but the music's played live.
Yeah, but like, I just want to hear the music. Like, I came here for the music. If I wanted to watch the movie, I'd be at home. Like, why are you playing this movie to me? You could just do vague space shit. I'm cool with that. Give me vague space shit. Why do you need to show me the movie? I'm just saying. Okay.
And have a full live orchestra playing the score in sync to the movie. I realise there's no real reason to do a retrospective on this movie.
Then why are you doing it?
Oh, that's an interesting thing. All right, guys, that was... I thought y'all was like, yes. Twang, orange, or grape. God damn it, y'all clever bunch of fuckers. I love y'all. Yeah, so the y'all thing is something most Southerners use. It's very, very common down here to use y'all. In fact, if you say you guys, it's like clunky. It felt clunky for me to say that. I always laugh when the fucking gender police are like, oh my god, you guys is a sexism. And I'm just like, well, I say y'all, so. Why don't we just all start saying y'all? Southern people were a racism. Okay.
We're still some months off from the 10-year anniversary, and Trek's not massively in vogue at the moment, so I doubt...
No, and it's only gotten worse.
Wow. Okay.
Star Trek's really not that big a deal at this moment. I don't know why. Look at this fucking black hole that this starship is sticking out of. That makes total fucking sense.
And Star Trek isn't really in vogue at the moment. And he wrote this in 2018. Wasn't that during Discovery's first season?
I don't fucking know. Do you think I keep up with Discovery? I don't remember. I Star Trek was on its way out. It had been on its way out. That's something people got really angry about, and this where a lot of the anger comes from for the Star Trek 2009 movie, is that people were like, it's not Star Trek. And there is a argument to be made there in a way, but I kind of disagree with it. Then they got way too big for their britches. Another Southernism. And decided to fucking remake Wrath of Khan for some dumb reason.
Only they stripped away all the intelligence of Wrath of Khan. Motivation, meeting, clever writing.
brain involvement in any way, shape, or form. Yeah,
Pretty much.
All right. Yeah.
Doubt this will explode over YouTube. This is my channel. I can do whatever I want.
If you do not listen, then the hell with you.
Actually, no, please. Please stay. I need you and your validation. I promise there will be some videos on reality TV and Doctor Who and video games coming right up.
This is cringy.
That physically hurt me. Watching reality TV for fun that is something I like watching. YouTube. I like watching YouTubers react to reality TV. That's something I absolutely love. JonTron is great involving video game shit when he releases a video. You should always go watch JonTron when you don't know what to watch. Or watch me, actually. Watch me instead. I'm better than that. So, yes, go watch me instead. Doctor Who. Doctor Who's been fucking dead since, like, I would say the second season of Clara. Doctor Who's been dead. I would argue. So.
I mean, I left during Capaldi's run. Nothing against Capaldi.
No, Capaldi was great. Fuck, I will never forget what they did to him.
No.
That was unfucking forgivable what they did to that man.
Yeah.
No,
and Peter Capaldi has the ability to do, intense drama and be extremely charming with comedy. He had everything working for him that he could have easily been one of the greatest doctors ever.
Mm-hmm.
And they gave him horrific writing. He never had a chance.
Exactly. But yeah, this dude's like, oh, Star Trek? No, I want to do Star Trek. Please validate me. It's like, I think part of that's a meme. I don't think it's as much of a meme as he wants it to be. I mean, I'm on camera. Yes, validate me. Validate my existence with your eyeballs and your time.
Okay.
I'll entertain you and you can validate me. There we go. We have a handshake here of I entertain you, which I know very, very entertaining. Yes, reality TV is an oxymoron.
Yeah.
Yes. I don't know. I think everyone loves drama, no matter how much, if they don't want it. As long as it doesn't involve them, I should say.
I was
Everyone
just
loves
about
drama.
to say that.
Yes. I love drama when it doesn't involve me or, somebody I'm like really, really close to. Yeah, I think it's hilarious. I think a lot of drama is very funny and incredibly unnecessary. But it's funny.
Well, and it also depends on who's causing the drama. Because, like, I remember, I won't say who, but a certain redheaded harpy on YouTube.
You don't say.
Was again, not saying who.
There's so many to choose from, Josh. I don't know who you're talking about. Very big mystery time.
I know.
Put on the Sherlock Holmes hat. We don't know what's going on here anymore.
Just think of a redheaded version of Polka Dot Man's mother, and you have this YouTuber.
Still not recovered from that one. Goddamn.
But she started making just saying all kinds of things on Twitter, and I started going down the thread, and I got about halfway through before I went, you know what? I just don't care. And it started off.
Yeah. When it goes on for too long, it's like, if it's the same thing that's being drug up over and over and over and over again, it's like, nah. Like, who the fuck cares? Eventually, you got to move on with your life. Yeah, you could sit there and wallow. Oh my god, what are they saying? What are y'all saying in chat?
Oh my god.
There's a Friday Night Tights stream that you need to watch. Chris. Look for the fake Grace Randolph, and you'll know the way after that.
Yeah. I can't take credit for that joke. That was Chrissy Mayer.
That was funny.
Yeah, people know who I'm talking about.
Yeah, I was like, there's so fucking many of them, Josh. What do you mean? There's just like a fleet of them.
Does it rhyme with Smecca Blandum?
No, I don't know what you're talking about.
It may or may not, but it definitely does, Sentinel.
It's all right. I'm sure that person will be told about this, because I'm sure that, they'll be told about this. I'm looking forward to some kind of stupid bullshitty call out or something that I'm definitely going to ignore, because I, unlike that person, have a life.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean...
And it's fucking Halloween, bitch. It's my fucking month. October is my month. All right? I dyed my hair black. It's my month.
Yeah.
My time.
Yeah, it's your time of the month. Got it.
Fuck off, Josh. God damn it. I'm moving on because I don't have any other clever things to say here. That was really fucking good. I can't think of anything. Moving on.
Ah!
Off this Trek.
God. I wasn't prepared for that. Okay, all right.
Well, now I've been accosted by Nintendo.
Nintendo. Oh, I was like, and there's somebody in the chat on Nintendo accosting me. Oh no. Oh my god. Oh my god. Yes, god damn it. Every time I see this scene, it's like, why are you building the starship on the ground? Once that was pointed out to me, I can't unsee it now. It's like, why are you building
Why are you building? They have the space docks in space for a reason.
You have to build it in space, you fucks. It's literally not
This isn't like a rocket like we currently have, where we do need to build it on the ground. These things are huge.
And you would need an entirely different spacecraft in order to go from ground, like terrain, to space easily. All right, they're Stargate does that kind of a little bit. But these ships are literally not built to go into atmosphere. They've actually proven that several times. So
Yeah,
oh no. Josh, you need help. You need to get your little toxic masculinity shot. You need some soy milk, and you need to inject it. All right, right in the artery.
By saying that this is how you do a reboot, I find the way they use time travel is nothing short of genius.
Okay, hold on.
Wow.
Nope. Hold on.
Fest. By saying that this is how you do a reboot, I find the way.
Okay, so I will say, yes, I am an example of someone who got into Star Trek after watching this movie. Now, I think, obviously, this movie isn't even close to the old shit, okay? The classic stuff, like, it is way, way better.
Mm-hmm.
But
way vastly superior. This is...
Yes.
This is just dumb action schlock.
Yes, but it got me interested in it, which is the whole point of a reboot. That is my argument. The whole point, I'm not saying it's good, but the whole point of a reboot is to introduce, or that's supposed to be what the point of a reboot is to introduce a new generation to a thing with, like, in the future with better technology, so that they can, like, give you a more realistic. In my opinion, that's kind of what the basic of reason why you would do a reboot. And it was successful, and I am proof of that success. Past that, you can argue with me about everything involving this movie. But I think that's kind of, like, it's hard to argue against that, because, like I said,
Andrew 46 and 2. I'd rather watch Spock mind meld with a whale.
Oh no. And yeah, I'm gonna why build a huge starship in a non-sterile environment? Yeah, I don't.
Yeah.
Anyway, so I agree with him a little bit. And now we're gonna get to the dumb.
The way they use time travel is nothing short of genius. The events of this movie take place partly in the original Trek universe, starting
No, they
off
don't.
It literally does not. Okay, I'll give you this. There's a flashback with Spock in this Star Trek universe, but he's in a fucking ship that I've never heard of, and Romulus and Remus get wiped out. I think, right?
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah. So those are events that I've never been privy to. Like, okay, Leonard Nimoy was there, and like I said, and then events, and then this starship he was in, and this red matter. It's Leonard Nimoy's the only thing you could say. it's a part of the original shit.
And I would argue Leonard Nimoy played a alternate version of Spock as well. Technically, I don't think he played our Spock since Star Trek 6.
Yeah, I think that's a fair argument to make. You couldn't, yeah.
I mean, when has Leonard Nimoy Spock ever done anything like chasing off a monster that's attacking some young punk with a torch?
Yeah, that's
what?
Your use of time travel in this is absolute fucking dog shit.
Yeah.
Somehow the black hole, it's both a wormhole and a black hole at the same time. How did that happen? Anybody want to fucking
those
tell
are
me?
Two different things entirely.
Yes, wormholes and black holes are so different that it's laughable that you merge the two, because there's no way you can merge them.
Mm-hmm.
You can't merge them. One is basically like a little, it's like a shortcut, and one is a horrifying phenomenon that sucks in everything, and nothing escapes from its grasp.
Yep.
Once you get past a certain point.
Plus, if you got sucked into a black hole, your death would take close to an eternity to die.
It is horrifying. Black holes are absolutely horrifying. Like, it is. They're fascinating to me, and they're horrifying. Spaghettification. I know it sounds like a funny word, but that is a horrifying way to die. That time and space slow down to the point.
Your matter would get just stretched beyond belief.
Yes. It is as you're slowly, and this is from your perspective. Everyone else, you just get sucked in.
Yep.
But from your perspective, because lasts forever.
Time is relative to your speed and everything.
Time is very relative to whatever the fuck's happening around you. Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Science! We are an education channel.
All the way back in 1966 through to Star Trek Nemesis in 2002, and features the very same spot.
What did I just watch?
He took an image directly from the trailer.
Oof. Okay,
yep.
I was hoping.
I'll. It's a slight spoiler.
No, it's okay. I'll watch
Nemesis.
it
Nemesis deals with Picard's Romulan clone. It's as dumb as it sounds.
I'm looking for where they thought that was going to be a good idea. I can't find it, Josh. Where was that? I can't seem to locate that. Very strange.
From that world in the story. But through the events in which he travels back in time and changes the course of past events, it creates a new timeline, completely separate from everything that came before.
Uh-huh.
And that was the saving grace for Star Trek for a long time, until they gave Alex Kurtzman total control.
That's the only way people were slightly okay with this existing.
Yes, because you made it very clear this is an alternate timeline.
Yes, and then you fucked it all up by trying to merge both of them.
Mm-hmm.
You wanted to have all
Which
your
I
cake
still
and eat it too.
completely disavow. I will not go to anything new Trek until everything that Abrams and Kurtzman has done is just ignored.
Yeah.
There's no saving it.
No, you can't save it at this point unless you ignore it.
Unless you have a bunch of cartoon characters fucking. Then you can save Star Trek.
Yeah, that's the only way to do it. Yep.
Yeah.
The movie thereby exists both in the world of Trek that fans knew, whilst also being a hard reboot of the franchise.
Technically, it's a soft reboot.
It's hard, yeah. Well, first, yes, it's a soft reboot. Hard reboot would be. Hard reboot would have been Into Darkness. That's a hard reboot. That's hard. That's like no one wanted that. What are you doing? Stop. Yeah.
It's an excellent idea, and it's no wonder they used the exact same template and story structure for X-Men Days of Future Past, which is also a decent movie.
X-Men Days of Future Past is vastly superior to any of the Abrams Star Trek films.
Which one is this? I get all the X-Men kind of fucking mixed up.
This is the one where they basically took the Days of Future Past comic, but switched the main character from Shadowcat to Wolverine. And it's the one where Magneto and the first class guys.
God damn it, Andrew.
Thank you, Chris. Yep, swapped out Shadowcat with Wolverine.
Okay. I don't know Shadowcat.
That's the one that can.
I'm not hating.
Oh, sorry. What? Sorry. What?
Shadowcat was the one played by Elliot Page.
Okay, now I know who you're talking about. I thought that was Kitty Pryde.
Yeah, that's her code name.
Terrible. All right, never mind.
Chris Pine and Zachary Quinto really anchor this movie. Pine is charming as Kirk, he's funny, and even when he's being a complete arse to people, he does it with the best of intentions. And the fact that Quinto is playing a character whose defining trait is his suppression of emotions, yet still manages to get you invested in his narrative, is a testament to the subtlety and intensity of his performance. In some respects, Quinto had a harder job than Pine, as he's being directly compared
he absolutely had the hardest job.
late Leonard Nimoy.
Yeah, of course he did.
I mean, as bizarre as it is to say, since Spock is the character that famously, keeps his emotions in check, he is the heart and soul of Star Trek. Like, he was... I mean, I was sad when DeForest Kelley died.
Oh, yeah.
I was sad when James Doohan died. I was heartbroken when Leonard Nimoy died.
Oh, no, I sat on my bed.
That one hurt. I was in this malaise for days after. Just like, Spock's gone. That one really, really hurt. And it's because, again, he was the heart and soul of the original cast. Even though his character was the one that kept his emotions in check.
Yeah, no, that was what made it so... Like, everyone else I could almost accept. Like, a little bit of arm twisting, I could accept everyone else. It's like their character.
Mm-hmm.
But Leonard Nimoy is Spock.
Yeah.
And you can't replace him. And
No.
he's irreplaceable.
Yeah.
Can you give me like 5 seconds? I need like a moment. You may go ahead and go ahead.
Okay.
Or you may talk to the humans in the chat. You have your options.
Okay. Let's see. The Sentinel. Zachary Quinto did a good job, but having to act opposite charisma vacuums like Chris Pine wasn't easy. Yet, the thing is, I think Chris Pine's actually a fairly decent actor. Not a great actor. I think he's limited. I think the problem is Chris Pine he's a character actor with the looks of a leading man, if that makes sense. He looks like he should be in charge. He should be the one leading. But I don't think he has the range for that. I think he'd be a terrific character actor. But yeah, I mean, Zachary Quinto had to. Leonard Nimoy was in the movie. People are going to compare you guys, and there was nothing that could stop that. All right, what's his point?
In some respects, Quinto had a harder job than Pine, as he's being directly compared to his predecessor, the late Leonard Nimoy, in the very same movie.
Yes.
Yet neither outshine the other or feel incongruent to the character as a whole.
Neither one outshines the other? Leonard Nimoy acts circles around Zachary Quinto, which of course he did. He played this role for 40 years. How can you say that? Oh my god. Wow. No, Leonard Nimoy is Spock. Okay? There's no way around that.
Same movie. Yet neither outshine the other or feel incongruent to the character as a whole. With both Kirk and Spock, I never once feel like I'm missing the original versions of these characters.
Oh my god. No. You literally have the original actor there. Yes. It made me aware and miss the original Spock. I wanted to see he needed more screen time. Andrew 46-2. Nobody holds a candle to Nimoy. Absolutely right, man. Complete balderdash. And the moments Nimoy was on screen, it was like comparing a firefly to the moon. Damn, Chris. Wow. Yeah. Again, I think Zachary Quinto did an okay job as Spock, but you have the original. You have the man that defined the role. No one can come close now. Everyone is doing an imitation of Leonard Nimoy's Spock because he showed how to play this character. Okay.
It's probably been said a million times, but they really do make these roles their own.
Wow. Wow. Okay. So I do appreciate that they aren't just doing an impression of the characters. They were allowed to kind of put their own spin, their own take on them. That's fine. But I don't like Kirk as being portrayed as this dude bro, which got even worse in the next movie. I mean, I felt that Carl Urban was the only one that really felt like the younger version of McCoy. Everyone else, not really. Zachary Quinto Spock, it's a different take on Spock. I don't believe he's the younger Spock. The Harold and Kumar guy, I don't really buy as Sulu. It's a different take on Sulu, not a younger Sulu. I felt nothing from this cast except Urban. Yeah, I largely agree. Yeah. And this is one of the. It's not fair for the newer actors to say just do an impression. They do need to feel free to be able to slip on the roles. However, they desperately needed to be better written. That's absolutely just fundamental. These characters rarely felt like they are just the less experienced, younger versions of these characters. Hello.
Hi, I'm back. 5 seconds speaking a lot longer than 5 seconds. That was a black hole. 5 seconds. Oh yeah, I did it.
There you go.
Do I even want to know?
Let me show you what you missed. I will play this in its entirety here, because this was a take. Okay, ready?
As he's being directly compared to his predecessor, the late Leonard Nimoy, in the very same movie. Yet neither outshine the other or feel incongruent to the character as a whole. With both Kirk and Spock, I never once feel like I'm missing the original versions of these characters. It's probably been said a million times, but they really do make these roles their own.
No.
Just wow.
No. And yeah, I had the chat up and I was doing what I was doing. Quinto spoke too fast as Spock. I agree. People seem to be under this impression that if you speak quickly, that must mean you're smart. I don't know why that's become a thing. But every word that Spock said, you had the impression that it was very deliberate, very well thought out, and it was very intentional. Like, he never misspoke or said something, stuttered or anything. Like, it was very, like...
Spock is very analytical, logical, unemotional,
Mm-hmm.
so everything he says is with precision.
Yes. Yes, exactly.
There's no guessing with Spock.
Exactly.
Unless he has Vulcan blue balls.
Okay, well, that's different. Can't blame a man for blue balls. It's rude. I feel like I was going to get clipped. I'm going to move on.
Also, big shout out to both Nimoy and Quinto for making a bowl cut work. I mean, look at that thing.
Stop. You stop trying to be funny. You're not funny. Stop it. It doesn't work. This humor does not work.
No.
It doesn't. No.
Look at it. How does it somehow avoid looking absolutely ridiculous? How can I watch entire scenes?
Because they've literally created these characters who look good with this haircut.
Yeah.
You can make any haircut look good if you have the right face to work with.
Plus, the Spock is also, because he's so logical and analytical, it makes sense that his hairstyle is not complicated.
Yes, where he can literally go, all right, and I'm done. Cool, moving on.
I mean, I've seen every episode of the original series multiple times.
Oh my god!
I don't know if Spock's hair ever moves. It's matted down with so much hairspray.
It is beautiful. All right, it is like an artistic. It's like an art piece just on his head. It's amazing. So, I guess.
Of them without glancing at that haircut constantly. That's the power of acting, guys. That is the power of acting. This is undoubtedly
Yes,
not
their
funny.
acting. Yeah, their acting made their hair good. Logic, reason.
I mean,
Michael Giacchino.
that's what you can. But I mean, I guess it's the point he was trying to make, and that was buried underneath all his "quote unquote" jokes.
Unfunny humor, right?
But yeah, if you have a really talented actor that's completely invested in their role and just owns it, you can look past what stupid thing they might be wearing.
Yeah.
I mean, how many superhero movies have come out in the last 20 years?
God.
A lot of them are wearing some pretty goofy looking outfits.
Yeah. Yep.
And they're able to make them work.
Knows best score and probably also the best usage of his work within any of his films. As I said, going to Star Trek in concert was brilliant, and hearing the score stand out amongst the sound mix via a live orchestra really gives you a newfound appreciation for all the hard.
I don't get it. I don't get these. You have the movie up. The music is obviously gonna, because that's what you paid for. It's gonna be louder than the fucking movie. I don't get it. Josh.
I mean, you're going to watch to hear the live score, to hear the live musicians.
Yeah, but I don't get like why they're limiting it to what's happening in the movie. You know? Like,
Well,
I like the music, but I don't like the movies.
Yeah, I mean, I would say the score is probably the best part of the Abrams Star Trek films.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I mean, if it was a concert that was just doing the Abrams Star Trek films, I wouldn't get it. If you had a live orchestra also doing like the original series music as well, and I would get to hear the da 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 da. If I got to hear that live, I'd be there. That'd be amazing.
Maybe. I don't know. I don't know.
Hard work and detail that went into these tracks. The way in which that main theme is used to punctuate such epic moments is nothing short of breathtaking. My two standout moments have to be the first time we see the finished Enterprise.
Yes, I agree. That's just one of my favorite moments too.
I will grant it that it's a nice score.
Yeah. I like this. Yeah, I like when you see it. I get goosebumps.
I do hate the design of this Enterprise though. The way it looks like the body's been kind of like, it looks like it's like a squished toothpaste thing, and the deflector dish is like sticking out too far, and it looks like the nacelles have been on steroids.
It does.
Yes.
I kind of like it.
You're free to be wrong.
God, you're killing me with the fucking music, dude. You're killing me. Stop it.
It's a nice score. I will grant you that.
I like the music. I don't know. Like, what do you want? What? That doesn't mean it's a classic. Doesn't mean it's a classic.
And when Nero's ship, the Narada, is blown to bits as it
Stop with your stupid fucking Josh. I can't.
descends into the black hole, killing him and his crew. If you've ever seen the Nerd Writer's video essay on scenes versus moments under the critical eye of Batman v Superman, and let's be honest, you probably have, he talks about how
No.
moments are used.
I don't even know who this person is.
I've never heard of them.
Nerd writer?
Okay.
I'm concerned. Because you're recommending him.
Useless and ineffectual without the scenes to contextualize them.
The scene is where awe is loaded into the chamber. Firing the gun without loading can only result in empty noise, a bang, but no impact.
Well, I always feel like a perfect example of the way scenes...
Ah, yes, you know.
Oh,
Okay.
wait.
Hold on. I feel like I missed stupid and I need to rewind. Hold on. Give me a moment.
Okay.
Josh, I need a moment.
contextualize them.
The scene is where awe is loaded into the chamber. Firing the gun without loading can only
Okay.
Okay.
A little bit of nitpick here. You can sound profound without confusing the shit out of people.
I mean, I think what he just said was you need to make sure that you build up to it. You know, the score needs to build up to its moment.
No, the scene is a loaded gun. Okay. You have to be careful when you pull that trigger, okay? That's what I got from this, okay? All right.
Andrew 46 and 2. This guy's whole argument is the movie being live and louder makes the movie better.
Yeah, actually, that's probably...
Yeah, that's basically what he's been saying.
I can't really argue with that. That's actually a good summary so far. I have to... Hold on, I can take it.
loaded into the chamber.
Okay, yes. Gun, load, scene, yes.
Firing the gun without loading can only result in
Firing the gun without loading, nothing happens. You
Yes,
can't
and
fire a gun without loading it first.
Yes, and I think that's his point. I think if you don't load it, it won't fire. And if you don't set up the score properly, then when you hit the crescendo, it won't hit the impact for the audience. I think that's his point.
Yeah, I would have.
Which I would agree with.
Yeah,
if that's what he's actually saying,
yeah,
with this word salad, then
Jesus
I would
fucking
agree with
Christ.
that.
Yeah, I don't disagree with that. I would actually say make sure you're loading the right kind of ammo into the gun instead of not loading it at all would be a better analogy.
Yes,
because
loading your 6-shooter with buckshot is not going to work.
Because honestly, like, because the gun literally doesn't fire. Like, nothing occurs, but something is occurring, regardless.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like you're saying the scene, you're loading the scene into a gun, but the scene's happening, regardless or not. It's going into the loaded gun, but you need to make sure you match the ammo with the with the correct gun. Yes. So if I take a tube of lipstick and then I stuff it into the barrel of a fucking gun, it ain't gonna work. You can fire it all you fucking want to, but it's not gonna have the satisfying boom feeling, right?
Mm-hmm.
That's what I would say. Same with like buckshot or whatever the fuck else. I don't know guns. I hate word salad. Okay, now I feel like we need to look at this nerd writer dude. I'm curious now. I'm curious about him because he's not this guy that we're covering is not framing him in the best of light because that was super word salady. That was incredibly word salady. So
empty noise, a bang, but no impact.
But you wouldn't bang if there's nothing in the gun. Boom, there's nothing. You just look like an idiot pulling a trigger. It goes click, 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 click. It's nothing.
Well, I always feel like a perfect example of the way scenes complement great moments is this movie.
Also, he showed me the scenes portion where he didn't talk about moments, so now I don't even know what you're talking about.
Right.
Movie. These two moments I just mentioned, they would be nothing without the excellent plotting and character work that sets them up. Nero
Oh
doesn't get
my god.
Josh.
Nero might be the weakest villain in all of Star Trek anything.
He might be the worst. Yeah. No, he is so. Considering what happened to him to make him a villain,
Yeah, all the
he's
interesting stuff,
incredibly weak. Like, laughably weak.
everything that he put that was cut out of the movie, whether that was JJ's decision or whatever, he had the potential to be a very fascinating villain.
Oh, yeah, no, I was actually pretty interested in trying to figure out, like, oh my god, his whole planet, you know.
I mean,
Yeah.
don't get me started on the asinine decision to blow up Romulus.
Didn't they also blow up Remus or just Romulus?
Well,
I
no,
thought
they're twin planets, so they're both there.
yeah, that's what I thought.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah, they're in the same solar system.
Okay, yeah, that's what I thought.
So
yeah, no, they're
presumably, we don't know for certain, but presumably Remus was also destroyed.
yeah, they don't really. I guess they didn't realize. It's like, okay, there's a reason why they're called
Absolutely
Romulus and
horrible
Remus.
decision to blow up the
What?
Romulan, to blow up Romulus.
Okay, a supernova, a sun-going supernova, is not something that just goes, oh, look, it's 8 a.m.
Yes,
the sun's decided to go supernova.
There's
that's
warnings.
years.
There's warning signs for hundreds of thousands of years.
Yes, it takes like millions of years for a sun to get to that point, if not billions. Okay, it is a long ass process if done naturally. Okay,
Cat, I can't disagree with that. The hippie felon on the original Star Trek episode Way to Eden was stronger than Nero.
you're right. Jesus fucking Christ, you're correct.
He actually is.
He actually is. That's fucking hilarious.
He legitimately
you're right.
is.
That's hilarious. Yes.
Hello.
Oh my god, hello, it's Cute Bear, la la la.
an awful lot of screen time, but Eric Bana imbues the character.
I love all the fucking lens flares in space. Do people not understand how dark space is for the most part, unless you're like next to a sun?
Yeah. I mean,
it's an empty vacuum of darkness. Unless you have a star somewhere in your vicinity.
The reason we call it space is because we don't have any other name for what it is.
It's just a space.
It's nothing until the next thing.
Yes. It's literally nothing. There is not a fucking thing. Now, if you want to argue about dark matter and fucking other shit, fine, whatever. But I'm not here for that. But for the most part, yeah, it's just a vast vacuum of emptiness, with the occasional star, planet, or other astronomical phenomenon. Right. You know, it's just like, yeah. Okay, now that I've started thinking about the fucking Romulus planet going supernova, and it's making me mad, Josh.
Yeah, a lot of problems with it.
There's no reason anyone should have died.
No.
They should have evacuated that like a lot before we even fucking knew. Okay, before they even got warp drive capabilities. Like way before, right? So the second they got warp drive, I would even understand if they got warp drive capabilities because their fucking sun was going to go supernova. That would actually make sense to me. That's what drove into that.
Well, keep in mind, Romulans are descended from Vulcans, so they had warp technology a long time ago, and they left Vulcan long enough ago that people forgot that Romulans and Vulcans were the same race.
No, that only takes about 30 years, according to Star Wars, for people to forget massive events. So who the fuck knows, Josh? 30 years go by and
Yeah.
something happened before that? Weird. Yeah, no, so hypothetically, so they just stayed on that fucking planet, and even though their scientists obviously knew it was going to blow up.
Well, and there was, and about 100 years before the original series, you had the Earth-Romulan war conflict, which established the neutral zone, and so they would have known about it by that point as well. So you could tie that in and going, they were looking for other stars. They've been searching for other star systems, but then they have an empire. So presumably
that stretches across multiple star systems, right? That's their whole point. They're like the CIA of the fucking Star Trek
Romulan Star Empire has several other worlds in it. So
now I'm very confused.
Yes. Yes. This is why this whole thing didn't work. This is a really dumb idea.
Somebody read the fucking first paragraph on the Wikipedia page for fucking Romulans and read the rest. Jesus Christ. Yeah, they should have been shocked. They should have been like, oh, it's a Vulcan with face tats. It's a SoundCloud rapper, Vulcan. Oh my god. Oh no.
But yeah.
How could you stand on a planet and watch another planet? Don't stop. The science in this movie. I will not defend the science. The science in this movie pisses me off. It enrages me. Okay. I once I started getting into astrophysics, like the theoretical side, because fuck the math portion of it. Okay. The theoretical side of astrophysics. And I kind of got interested into black holes and shit like that. And then I tried watching this movie. I can't watch it. It's so hard for me to sit down and try to, like, because the science, the black hole thing alone, and now that we're talking about it, it's getting worse, and it's making me mad. And it went back 100 years in his past instead of, he should have shown Romulus. Oh my god! Chris. No. God damn it. Why?
Yeah?
Yeah, once you start realizing, I knew that, but I forgot about it. Once you start thinking about the fact that supernovas take a long time, the whole story falls apart.
Yep.
It incredibly, like, it just falls apart. Oh god, I'm getting no.
Yeah.
And yes, fuck the math. Yeah, I've always been a part of that. I'm good at math. I just don't like doing it. Okay. Have you ever tried to sit down and do astrophysical equations? Because I had to for a class once. They suck. There's like so many fucking things going on. It's just
with so much raw anger
math
and drive.
was never my good subject.
Yeah, it's like I'm good at it. Like I was
once
good.
they started adding imaginary numbers, I was
Don't
out.
get me started with the fucking imaginary number bullshit. Don't.
Like, okay. You know what? I imagine my answer's right. Let's move on.
It's like, your stupid fucking thing is telling you're gonna touch a whole fucking section of this semester on a number that has to be represented by a letter, okay? Because you do not. It is a number that is imaginary, which means it doesn't exist. Get fucked. Go get fucked.
That's right, Snorter Poopus. Maths is racist now.
I'm getting triggered. I'm getting triggered over imaginary numbers and fucking supernovas that happen overnight. And black holes that act like wormholes when they want to. I'm getting triggered, Josh.
We're only halfway through this video.
black holes that can be witnessed across fucking, whatever. But that's okay, because you know what Star Wars did? Do you know what Star Wars did? Star Wars also was just like, hey, here are 5 fucking planets. We got like one gun that we're gonna like shotgun this shit on, and they're like light years apart from each other, but you can watch from another planet. All these other fucking planets getting destroyed. Because science.
Now, it's
fuck these fucking people. Fuck these people.
The same person. Keep that in mind. J.J. Abrams is the same person.
It's the same person. It's the same person. JJ, go to school. JJ, go to fucking school. Go back to school. All right, get off your fucking director's, I don't know, fucking pedestal and go to school and learn science for 5 seconds.
Fucking madness.
God fucking damn it. I am so triggered. I am so triggered. Science. I get it. It's called science fiction. But the science is always based in a reality, okay? I would love to see school. Yeah, me too. I'm so... It's so brain dead. It's so fucking brain dead, man.
Mm-hmm. And this is one of the problems with basically anything that Abrams has been a part of, that Kurtzman has been a part of. It's all spectacle. There's so little substance in it.
Science. Yes. Mm-hmm. And 0 to trigger it at the light. Exactly. Yes. It all kind of like hit me at the same time, and I forgot that fucking J.J. Abrams did Force Awakens.
Yep. Cat. J.J. Abrams is the Galactus of directors, destroying classic franchises. He's coming for WB characters next.
Fuck him.
He's doing Superman next.
Do it. I dare you. Do it. Fucking destroy it all, man.
Yeah. At this point, it's like just
do it. I have anime, and I have old shit. So
I have every single Star Trek series on DVD and VHS and Blu-ray, all there.
Yeah,
they can't take that away from me.
Hey, Cat, would it interest you to know that I have ADD? So no, I would like you to take that statement back. These are not for my people. How dare you suggest that? Oh no, I'm going to keep my mouth shut. I was about to say something I was going to get in trouble
Nero
for.
doesn't get an awful lot of screen time, but Eric Bana imbues the character with so much raw anger.
Sorry, who's Eric Banner? Him? Interesting.
I thought it was Eric Bana, but whatever.
Yeah, whatever. He's British. So no, he doesn't seem to give a shit most of this movie. He is overacting to a laughable proportion in the times that he is.
My God.
It is like...
when he screams fire everything, I couldn't stop laughing.
It's a parody. That's how bad it is. It's like a bad parody. It's total fucking shit, man.
Drive, that I find it impossible not to be fully invested in this guy. I love how he's...
Okay, so he is one of the, if not the worst parts of this movie. He might be the worst part. There's a couple debatable portions. The science is right up there, but he is way down there as far as likable portions of this movie.
Like I said, Nero is arguably the single worst adversary in all of anything Star Trek.
I would say what's not arguable is he is the most wasted.
Yes.
As far as where his buildup and his backstory, I'll take it at face value because I'm not going to get into my science rant again. There's no reason for him to act like how he's acting psychologically because of what happened.
And again, a character with a decent, with a decent amount of potential.
a lot of potential.
Completely
Yes.
wasted by J.J. Abrams.
Wow, I never saw that one coming. What a fucking... I'm waiting, because we've been talking about Star Trek 2009. I'm actually waiting for Clobberin to be summoned. Awesome shirt. Thank you. Yes. I'm a big John Mayland fan. Yes. I got my Graveyard Shift ship today. Yes. It's in the living room. I am full YouTuber at this point. Y'all are in my bedroom. Welcome.
And I'm just sitting here in my office.
You have an office? What the fuck?
Yeah.
What is this? What is this nonsense? My apologies. Your apologies have been accepted. It's for people who need bright colored shiny lights instead of substance. I will accept that. I will accept that. It's for people who need bright colors and shiny lights instead of substance. Yeah, I accept that. I accept that one. Scream fire everything in a Star Trek role-playing game. Yeah, that's a joke. Oh, that's perfect. Yes,
Yeah?
do that.
His plan and actions work well within the context of his working class blue collar background. He's a manual labourer without the kind of luxurious education and resources members of Starfleet.
That is not in the film.
All he has.
Stop.
Sorry, I got distracted by the bright colors. I have actually no idea what he said.
I hate when people do this.
Ooh,
There's something that
triggered
does
her?
not make sense, and so he takes something that is not there.
Oh, God.
It's never stated in the film, and so therefore it makes it better. He is writing for the movie.
Yes.
If it's not in the film, guess what? It's not in the film. Now, it's fine to make inferences on something.
Yeah, like for instance, in the original Blade Runner, there is a slight debate that you can have of whether or not, I forget his fucking name, Harrison Ford's character is a replicant. There's slight room for debate. If you ignore any director commentary or 2049, you can debate that. That's kind of left up there for you to figure out on your own.
Or in the original Wrath of Khan, the theatrical cut out the scenes where the ensign who died was Scotty's nephew.
I don't remember that. Maybe I've only seen the theatrical version.
Okay, yeah. When Scotty comes onto the bridge after they've been attacked and he's carrying the ensign, there's added scenes that explain that this kid is his nephew. That was Scotty's nephew who died.
Interesting. Wow. I didn't know that.
But it was cut from the theatrical release. So it's not in the film. But there are deleted scenes.
Yeah. That's what you get the extended versions and shit. So.
Right. But even without those scenes being in there, you can make inferences that this one particular kid means a lot to Scotty. It's not just someone under his command.
Yes, you're right. Deckard, yes, thank you, I'm terrible with names, and it's okay, Snorta Poopus. Don't get a headache, he's not worth it. Deleted scenes aren't considered canon.
Right.
Is that a meme? Is that real?
No, I completely agree with that. If it's not in the film, it's not in the film.
What about extended editions that are considered the true cut?
Lord of
and
the
director's
Rings.
cut.
Yeah, like Lord of the Rings. The extended versions are superior to the theatrical cuts.
Yeah, but there's a lot of deleted scenes. So because of that, they become canon because they are considered the true cuts. Yes. Is that an argument? Something we could agree on?
Yes.
Okay, cool. All right, nice. If it is just like a fucking, like in your DVD or Blu-ray menu and you hit deleted scenes, yes, I would agree those are not canon. If there is a movie cut out there, then you can argue that they're canon, but if now the movie with the deleted scenes becomes a true cut, I feel like that is canon then. How about that?
Yeah, Sentinel has a good point. Yes, they're
Yeah,
considered canon because they're
second-
approved by the director, and then are canon.
Yes,
I
especially
would
like
agree with that.
director's cuts. Specifically, director's cuts are elevated slightly. Extended editions are nice, but director's cuts are even like more so. Sometimes the extended editions are the director's. It depends on how they put it.
Right.
Nero's
Like the extended versions of Lord of the Rings. Those are basically the director's cut.
Yes, agreed. And funnily enough, sometimes there are movies out there where more is not better. Lord of the Rings is one of those rare kind of like no, more of the movie.
Yes.
There needed to be more because there's so much to work with.
Without the kind of luxurious education and resources members of Starfleet are entitled to. All he has left is his crew and his ship, and that's been his life.
He does not act like all he has left or
No.
his ruin his ship because the
And again-
psychological damage that would occur from watching your home world be destroyed, especially if you had like a full fucking family on that shit, and like that, it's not explored at all. It's very annoying. I would love to have seen that explored because I love psychological in-depth characters that are fascinating. All right, I have a tendency to love villains more than heroes because of that. A lot of their reasoning and like their logic, like where their logic is, and from their perspective, what's going on is way more interesting than the good guys.
Well, and
But they wasted this guy.
and coming at it from the actor's perspective, villains are way more fun to play.
Oh yeah, no, people prefer being villains in acting roles. Like if you've ever seen Freddy versus Jason, you can tell on that set everyone was having a blast. Like it was one of those movie sets where everyone was having a good time, and that it was like it was a joy to work on that movie. So yes, canon is yeah, there are flexibilities when it comes to canon.
Yeah.
It gets really complicated when you have two things that exist in the same universe that contradict each other. That's when canon breaks starts happening. And it's kind of... You have to imagine it like physics in storytelling. Canon is like a physical constant, like that has to exist. Gravity is like that. Time.
Or if you just want to keep it in Star Trek, how many times do they beam people up with when the shields are up, even though they've mentioned numerous times that you can't beam through the shields? It happens several times.
Yes, that's a crack. But when you start actually breaking it, that's a problem. I would say that's a crack that I guess they forgot. I understand that. I'm not going to make excuses for it, but like that is a crack in canon. That's not okay, and you should be aware and be better at that. But there's also things that are like outright breaks in canon, like having a holodeck on a ship that predates the original series. That is an outright break in canon.
Or having Romulans with cloaking devices before the Federation meets the Romulans with the cloaking device.
Yeah.
Having already, flat out seeing the cloak before they discover the cloak.
Yeah. And there and as far as like having two different versions of movies, so you can have two different versions, like them both, and they both be canon in your brain.
Yeah,
you can have them,
I mean, Blade Runner is probably the best example of that. Where it's like there's so many different cuts. It's like, okay, so what?
That is interesting. I didn't even think of it like that. You could argue. True. You could argue with but not through. Yeah, you know what? I'm not unhappy about that. I could actually settle on that being true, being fine, because that is true. They do mention that. Like when they say shields up, generally speaking, when shields are up, it's the entire ship. But if like they're trying to beam someone aboard, they could like briefly, if all the other shields are up and they had like a section that they could like, you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
like break down. You would not assume if you're fighting them that the shields are not entirely up. Now, where the problem starts happening is if that happens and they're in one of those weird cloud entities that envelops their ship. There's several examples of cloud entities, right?
Countless. At least I can think of 5 off the top of my head.
Yeah, one of those cloud entity things that they're just like la 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 la. Yes, I will go through the fog in the middle of the night in this fucking graveyard. Yeah, that's a good plan. That's when an issue would occur because a lot of times in those episodes they have to have their shields up, completely covering the ship. It's a cloud, so. Okay, we're going back to the stupid thing there. Also, is this a Whammon Romulan? That looks like a Whammon.
Possibly. Hard to tell.
So one of those deep psychological, really fucked up dark things that you could have talked about is because we're ignoring the fact that the Romulans have an empire. Apparently in this movie, they have multiple planets, system-wide, galaxy. Yeah, fucking, they're fucking like rabbits, and they're everywhere. Okay, to him, right? It's like he and his crew is like the last one. To him, that's kind of the vibe I'm getting that they're trying to do. Like I said, I'm ignoring that there's a bunch of other Romulans out there, right? If Woman with Crown Rose is JJ's female Romulan, I don't fucking know. So ignore that, because that's what the movie, I think, tries to do too. And just, like, it's really dark to put a female Romulan on a ship if they're the last of their species.
Yeah.
That's what I'm
touch uncomfortable.
going for. Is like they hint at in this movie that the Romulans in his universe are gone.
Mm-hmm.
Even though we know that there's no way that's happening. Now I understand that it could be him projecting the fact that he lost his family, so he's acting as though everything is gone. But yeah. Anyway. Just saying.
All he knows how to do is mine. So, of course, he wouldn't want to...
Apparently not.
Okay, hold on.
Oh, do I have to continue on? Is it stupid continues?
I think this is it. There you go.
What? What'd you do? No.
See, yeah, they only have one
One planet.
in the Romulan Star Empire.
No.
Yay.
No. Fake news. No.
break bread and diplomacy with some dickhead in an Apple Store white captain's chair. And that's not going...
How fucking dare you call that man a dickhead? How fucking dare you?
What did Captain Pike do to you?
to fix his situation or give him retribution for the tragedy that is before.
Okay, here we go. Here's why you don't have a bunch of bright fucking lens flare things.
I know.
Half this screen, I can't even tell what the fuck's happening because all this shit is reflected. Do they not have anti-reflective glass? Like museum glass?
No. No.
No, they got like
they-
fucking
they don't-
plexiglass and stuck it up there. Like, okay, thanks for the most reflective thing on the planet. Besides a mirror.
How this is the future. Do you have any idea how difficult it is to make non-reflective surfaces? I mean, we can't do that now, so why would we be able to do it in the future?
Yeah, sure. I love these things. They're little reading lights over their reflective tablet covers. I fucking
So they
love this
can't
shit.
see what the damn thing's on.
Yeah.
Well, sir, our warp speed intermix ratio says that the engines are about to explode, or it's perfectly fine. I can't tell because I can't read my damn screen at all.
And, I love these things. What are these fucking... What are the, little stick
You called
things?
it! There's Clobby!
I told you. I was like, we're talking about Star Trek 2009. Clobbering is going to come through. I fucking called this shit. I know what summons Clobbering time. I chose this title specifically just to trigger him. Shaky Cam Linsford used to be called... Yeah. Shaky cam works if it's a found footage horror film. After that, and even then you have to be careful. Like, you have to be careful when you're doing that.
Also, you can't. Also, if the camera is shaking, it can also help it give it the feel of movement and speed or fluidity to the action, but it needs to be properly timed out. Or like the opening scene of Goodfellas, where like the camera is just following between all the gangsters in that club at the beginning of the movie. It introduces you to everybody there, and it makes you feel like you're part of the mob right there. That's another good use of the camera moving and being a little shaky, because it's trying to make you a part of the story. The issue is when it's shaking so much that it causes people to have headaches.
Okay, the more I'm looking at this, the worse it's getting, Josh. These are definitely lights, because you see the reflection of the light there.
Yes.
I don't know what the fuck this is supposed to do. It's like one of those little joystick things for the video. You know what I'm talking about, right?
Oh, I was going to say it looks like a price scanner that like at Walmart.
Oh my god, yes. Who is? I hope there's nothing important on this, because no one is set up to look at that conveniently.
I mean, there was a screen like in the middle of the helm in the original series, but they didn't
not that far away. Look at how there's like 3 people away from that.
Exactly. They were closer together.
1,
Sulu
2,
and Chekhov
3.
were closer together, and
much closer.
And they didn't have other screens that they'd be looking at on the bridge console.
Yeah, if they were sitting
so they
here,
both looked at that one screen to get the
they were sitting
navigational
right here.
information.
That would be okay to have that there, but they're sitting a whole human to 3 humans apart from that. Also, so here's where it gets even worse. So you see down here, you see how the screen dips down here. You're at like eye level for what the captain's supposed to be, right? The screen, the view screen is underneath the console, and now I have Sulu and Chekhov's fucking heads. These 2 things, and this the view screen is like one of the most important things for the captain.
There's a reason why Kirk's chair was elevated in the original series, so you could see over them into the screen.
No, he is elevated. Look, if you're this is his point of view. He is elevated. But the view screen is dipped so far down for some fuck off reason, instead of being up. It's like it's dumb. This is big dumb.
Yeah, it is.
Star Trek? I don't see any Star Trek here. Going back on the road. See, I summoned him even though he was driving. Wanted to stop by and see if anyone was talking about Star Trek. Turns out they're not. All right, fine. How dare you? Yeah.
And that's not going to fix his situation or give...
Look at how much fucking shit is being reflected.
Yeah.
And
especially when you consider that in the JJ version, this also doubles as a window, which I don't mind that idea.
Oh god.
But so when there's nothing there and you're seeing just the vacuum of space, wouldn't all the reflections be
No,
a
anyone
hindrance
can
to your
fucking- no.
navigation?
Imagine you have a cloak ship, because those don't fucking exist in Star Trek. Imagine you have a cloak ship,
Mm-hmm.
and like all of a sudden you have a brightly lit, super fucking brightly lit white, basically target to where you can find all the bridge crew.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Oh, I know. There's problems.
Dumb. Big dumb.
him retribution for the
Mhm.
tragedy that has befallen him. And it shows
See,
Starfleet
like, that was
as a
supposed
fallible
to be-
organization that has befallen him.
You see, that was eye level for him. That is what the captain is seeing.
Yes.
Nothing like a good captain's chair where I have to stand up in order to fucking see the view screen properly. Dumb. Big dumb. Everything's dumb.
And it shows Starfleet as a fallible organization in a way that is
Oh, that's
we're-
never been done before. Wow, that's what breaking new ground.
We've seen Starfleet fail before.
I've never seen that. Oh my god.
Remember in Best of Both Worlds where one Borg ship almost took down the entire Federation?
Yes, this is big dumb. Yep. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yep. No, Josh. I'm sorry. No, Josh. That was a correct answer. No, Josh. No, they've never done this before.
Oh.
It's groundbreaking.
Or how about when DS9 caused pretty much the entire Earth to go into shutdown because there were 4 changelings on the planet?
I don't know what that is.
Okay.
No, I actually don't.
Oh, that's right. You haven't seen DS9 yet.
Yeah. Sorry.
In my
You need to
opinion,
get on that.
better executed.
I tried watching Voyager. I got 4 episodes in and I couldn't do it. Try.
DS9 is vastly superior to Voyager.
Okay, I've heard that. Yes.
Than in both the sequels that touch on
Oh, look, he
similar
can see
themes.
things now.
Conversely, his relationship to the hero
Anyone noticing a issue with the design of this starship? You can
Mhm.
see clearly where the fucking captain's located.
Yeah.
So what happens when you go by something like a star?
Mm-hmm.
Questions. I'm not even listening to what he's saying. I'm so annoyed by this ship now.
gives us more than enough cause to hate him. He murdered Kirk's father and kills countless
He
members
killed Thor. He must die now. No, not funny. Okay, sorry.
of his accompanying crew. He destroys Spock's entire world in a
Oh
fit
yeah,
of
no, that
revenge
pissed me off.
for something that Nimoy's Spock tried to prevent. The destruction of Nero's homeworld.
Did he just throw that hologram? Hold on.
Yes.
No.
You never caught that?
No.
Yeah, he
hold on.
throws the Spock hologram at him.
To revenge for something that Nimoy's Spock tried to
I'm not even listening anymore. So
Just wow.
prevent the destruction of Nero's homeworld in the original timeline. You get a villain that is so blinded by hatred.
Gee, we've never
Bitch,
seen
where?
Star Trek. We've never seen Star Trek deal with a guy out for revenge before.
yeah, especially not when it's a best served cold or anything. Fuck. Never heard of anything like that. Weird.
So consumed by what he feels needs to be done that you at
Uh-huh.
times almost want to see him succeed just to see what happens.
No. At no point.
What?
did I
No.
what? Yeah, I know. Sudden stupidity. Josh is like, what?
What? No.
Who was rooting for Nero? Who the fuck rooted for
No
Nero?
one was rooting for this guy because he's so underwritten. He is pathetically underwritten.
Look at him, he's mad.
was it-
He's frowning and burying his brows.
I forget who said it in the chat earlier, but the space hippie episode had more depth than Nero. And the children shall lead, where they had the entity that was the guy wearing a glowing muumuu, that had more depth than Nero.
Mm-hmm.
No.
This is big dumb. Josh, it's a big dumb.
Yeah.
Big dumb.
Happens. And even at the brink of death, he still sticks to
Look at that clear fucking... God.
his guns.
I would rather suffer the end of Romulus 1,000 times. I would rather...
They have to literally stand 2 feet from the view screen in order to see it properly.
Yeah. And again, it wasn't in the film, so you
Look at
can't say it.
Look at this.
I
It
know.
starts on the ground. The view scene starts on the fucking ground.
Yeah.
Josh, I know I complimented the layout. I like everything, but the bridge is fucking stupid. Okay? The bridge is stupid. Can we all agree with the bridge is stupid? All in favor?
The Apple Store bridge, I hate it.
1,000 times.
Look at this. Look at how
Which
dumb.
again, I despise this because, like, I would rather suffer the destruction of Romulus 1,000 times before I let you guys help me. Or what?
Hold on.
What? No. This is such a pathetic villain. Ignoring the blatantly obvious problem of he was there for 25 years.
And he didn't do shit.
He just
took a nap.
I know that there were deleted scenes where they were kidnapped by the Klingons, but they were deleted. It wasn't in the movie.
No, and there's no cut that apparently has them, as far as I'm concerned or aware of. So.
Oh, so it might have been cut before they even did any filming for that.
Yeah, I didn't think it actually made it into the movie at all.
Okay.
Like in any version of the movie. I've never seen a version of this movie with that in it.
So that makes it even worse.
Somebody wants to look that up for me. I could be wrong on that, but
so yeah, he did nothing for 25 years instead of just going to Romulus and saying we need to evacuate. You have 100 years to do so. Just do that.
Josh,
Yes.
there's a lens flare,
Yeah, there is.
and it's not on the screen, so I don't know where it's coming from. Because it's on Kirk's neck.
Yeah.
Also, is that what's actually happening in the background? So do they somehow have some kind of like fucking like green screen on his ship that cuts his head out? So that's the only thing being broadcasted?
It certainly appears that way.
Because there's no other background.
Are we seeing his view screen with the black hole in the background, or is that their window?
That's their window.
That's their okay. So that's
I think that's their window.
So that's the black hole view of their window.
So that's him on his ship progressing to him, but in the background behind him, that is what's happening outside the window of the Enterprise.
Right. So yeah, I guess he has a green screen like he's a YouTuber.
Because why else is the entire fucking image being glitched out? Unless he had a green screen behind him. Because it should be only him glitching out, right? Not the entire screen.
It should be, yes.
Also, I like these lights. You see these lights that reflect right back into everyone's face.
Right, because when you're trying to look at a screen, you want a light directly over that. That doesn't make it harder to look at all.
Oh, I was like, why are there ones in my chat?
Oh, that's Persia.
God damn it, Chris. That's even more confused. Yeah, see, like the more I'm picking at it, the more I'm like, what happened? Hold on, let me rewind. I'm not even listening to him anymore. I'm just looking at this movie. Hold on, people.
And even at the brink of death, he still
It's the whole screen. Look at that.
sticks to his guns.
I would rather suffer the end of Romulus 1,000 times.
And that was, you saw that, right? That was the black hole in the background.
Yep. Yes, it was.
Literally. Hold on.
Yeah, you can see the spires of the ship.
Yeah.
Times. I would rather die in agony than accept assistance from you.
You got it.
Our heroes.
Die now. I'm 98% sure that's not proper protocol, but whatever.
You've got to stick to your principles.
There's a great mix.
I'm blind. Look at this. Look at how much. Look at all these lights.
Look how much lights are pointed at the fucking view screen that have no other reason but to reflect off the view screen. There's no reason for them to be there.
Yeah. Like, I love making my ship harder to see what's going on.
Look, and they have standing desk.
Yep. They just have consoles off to the sides for some reason. For no other reason than to just shine more light into people's faces.
There's so much light happening here.
I mean, my God, I can't believe I'm saying this, but
the ground's lit. Look at that, Josh.
Yeah.
The captain cheering. Give him a Jesus glow. Whoa.
Just look at all this nonsense.
You get... Sorry, go ahead.
I mean, the famously cheap-looking 1966 Enterprise bridge set is so much more economical.
It makes so much more sense.
It really does. The layout is perfect.
Yes. Everyone is as close or as far away as they need to be. There's no lights pointed at nothing for no apparent reason. You get lens flares when you have your camera pointed at a light source that is pointed at you.
Mm-hmm.
That is how you get lens flares. So if you look at how many lens flares are on this fucking camera.
Do you want to count?
There's like 20 fucking lights. There's like 20 fucking light lens flares on this camera.
And that's not including the floor lights that are seemingly are only there then to let you see just how glorious Kirk's ass is.
And look at this shit. Look at this fucking bar stool-esque, like metal, like that's a bar stool. You can't convince me otherwise.
I mean, the chairs they had around the bridge set on the original series wasn't that special either.
No, but why would you have bar stools?
Yeah. I mean...
I don't want you to get like a fucking lazy boy, okay? But like, I'm just like, you gotta make it like comfy, but not too comfy. But not also like you bought this at fucking IKEA, okay?
Mm-hmm.
Like, I don't want to be able to like... I don't know. There's just so much fucking...
Mixture of set pieces throughout the movie. You get pretty much everything you'd want from a space opera. There's
I'm sorry, did you just get mixed up Star Trek and Star Wars? Because Star Trek has never been a space opera.
No,
Like, ever.
No.
No one's ever called it that.
no. Star Trek has, for such a long time, been intelligently written science fiction adventures with a strong cast of characters that we get to know over the course of the series, and we really get to like them. Yes, there are some terrible episodes. I won't deny that. I will not deny that there are some god awful episodes of Star Trek.
Mm-hmm.
But when it's good, it's amazing.
Beautiful. Yes.
But I would take the worst episodes of original Trek or Next Gen or DS9 or Voyager or Enterprise than just mind-numbing action schlock that has no purpose, no depth, no thought, no heart at all, where it's all just surface spectacle.
Mm-hmm. Exactly. It's... I think you can explain why it's so good.
planet-wide destruction, gigantic
Oh, yes, that's what I want. Planet-wide destruction.
monsters,
Giant
shoot-
monsters.
Giant monsters, just like all the best Star Trek movies.
Yes.
All of them had
Shouts,
giant monsters in them. That's why probably the single most famous, single most famous villain in all of Star Trek is a guy.
It's just a guy. Yeah.
An enhanced guy, but a guy.
Mm-hmm. Exactly.
There's a great mixture of set pieces.
Oh, sorry.
What was that?
I hit right at the end when it was when there was the gunshot. I gave you like the gunshot sound effect, and then it went into this. What a delayed ass fucking thing.
Pieces throughout the movie. You get pretty much everything you'd want from a space opera. There's planet-wide destruction, gigantic monsters, shootouts, ship-to-ship combat that's really, really well done.
Really?
It's really, really well done. He said really twice, so therefore
Okay.
it's really, really well
Very
done.
big deal. Okay.
On
gotcha.
that note, how good is the opening scene? It establishes the might of Nero.
It looks a little pretty. I'll give you that. That's a pretty shot.
Even though it's
It's
he's
stupid.
a minor, and
Why does
he have all these? Why does he have all these weapons?
Borg?
I know.
Did you
it's
read the
because
comic? Did you read the comic, Josh?
I have not.
I didn't either.
I refused. And I've heard that it's
Me
actually
too.
I've heard that it's actually pretty good, but it has Kurtzman's name on it, so I refuse to get it.
How dare you?
It's at my comic shop. I am convinced I am like one of only 3 people that are buying the older Star Trek comics at my comic shop, because like anytime I go there, when I look through like all the back issues, they're largely still there.
Nice.
So
I have a comic book shop here, and holy fuck, dude, it's huge. You have to come visit, and I will take you to comic shop.
I have never been to Texas, so I
It's
definitely
required.
do want to visit all 50 states at some point. So
All right.
Texas is still on my list.
Don't come here in the summer.
I
You will
have
die.
zero intention of going to Texas in the summer.
You will die. You're not ready. You're not yet ready, young Padawan. You cannot do it.
My wife is someone who can. She hates being cold, so she likes it nice and hot all the time.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm the exact opposite. I have a natural immunity to cold.
Oh my god, how?
So
I need
like,
to live somewhere where it's neutral. So
like, our house is almost constantly either too cold for her or too hot for me.
that's hilarious. All right.
So well, this guy decimates the Kelvin, we get a great emotional hook with Kirk's parents and a real sense of tragedy within the first few minutes. This opening has got everything. Spectacle,
And where
heart.
exactly is Kirk's brother?
Holy fuck, I forgot he had a brother.
That's something that's not addressed. He has an older brother. He died in the original episode with the flying amoeba dudes,
Holy shit, I forgot about that.
which was just Shatner that they put a crummy little mustache on, and bam, he's his brother.
I need to fucking witness this. I totally forgot about that. Oh my god.
Oh, really?
I totally forgot about that. Yeah, no, that's hilarious. I've watched some movies. You have to understand. I got introduced to the movies before I got introduced to the series. I've seen the movies like 20, 30, 50 fucking times. I've seen them tons and tons and tons of times. The TV series, not so much. I've seen it maybe once or twice. Like I would literally put the movies on repeat. Like, oh, done, pop one in, next, and keep going. But the original series, I don't remember that. That's hilarious.
There you go.
Yeah, that's a slight issue. Oh my god.
It's just it was William Shatner that they just put a mustache on.
That's amazing. That's amazing. I love that. That is absolutely phenomenal.
Yep, he played his own dead brother.
That's amazing. I love that.
Terror, excitement. It's the perfect way to kick off a blockbuster with genuine stakes and thrust to the story.
Okay. I'll tell you this. If the Federation was really, really, really that concerned, they would have taken it seriously. But they didn't. I at no point got the feeling that they were taking Nero seriously. Did you?
No.
Because I've seen what they can do, and I wasn't impressed by it.
No.
Like, they sent all the ships at the Starfleet Academy. Like, that was stupid. Okay?
Yeah.
You should send one ship to check it out, and then if that ship doesn't fucking come back, then you didn't waste 12 fucking ships. So...
Another one of my favorite things about Nero's attack on Earth was he fired his drilling weapon in the ocean.
Yeah, which would have acted like a,
So like so when he then so it would just keep filling up with water from the ocean, and then eventually when you're like, okay, I've dug all the way down to the core, let me shoot my weapon in there, it's just gonna hit the water and then just slowly sink for the next several miles before it gets there. Great job.
Water is very difficult to remember how it works, Josh. I don't know. It's very interesting. It's almost like,
That's not even including the current that might
if
knock it off
redirected,
course.
it goes wherever it's redirected or something, Josh. Isn't that interesting? Very odd.
And that's not including underwater currents, which might have knocked it off of course before it gets to the hole.
Yeah.
I think the opening Infinity War works so well because it ticks a...
How dare you? How dare you? Show me Loki's death. Fuck you. Fuck you.
Okay.
Fuck you.
And
That's not the real Tesseract.
And what does this have to do with...
Thank you very much. Okay.
And what does this have to do with Abrams Trek being a classic?
Oh, I have no idea. I'm just mad
What
that they're
does
showing
Infinity
me
War have to
stuff.
do with it?
Don't break my Tesseract. See, he broke it. It's not real. You can't break the real Tesseract.
These films know that you want spectacle, but never at the expense of making you feel something.
I went good plot. Characters that I give a shit about. Consistent writing.
Great spectacle is icing on the cake.
Yeah, if it
But I
looks
need the
really,
cake.
Yes. I was able to thoroughly enjoy the movie Joker, for instance, because it's a really good movie.
No, it's fantastic.
But the fucking cinematography is like orgasmic. Okay,
Yes.
It is absolutely gorgeous. That is spectacle.
Mhm.
Okay,
Oh, it's beautifully shot.
but if the movie had it been as well written and the characters as grounded and as good as they were and the writing good and the plot and all that, if all of that wouldn't have been as good as it was, I would have been annoyed at how good the cinematography was.
Andrew 46 and 2, what's happening? I'm not high enough for this.
It's okay. Big hole is like big drain. It's like, yes, I agree. Big hole is like big drain. I agree.
And that's why I think is really the crux of why Star Trek works so damn well.
I want to know what these red things are. Hold on. I looky. No. What is this? It has a giant red button on it. I want to touch.
Again, like I said, it looks like one of those price scanners.
It does. That's so funny. It does.
Works so damn well. I really care about these characters. They go
Why?
through struggles.
Yeah, why the fuck do you care?
This Kirk is an asshole.
He is. He's totally fucking asshole.
And yes, I could picture James Kirk being kind of a dick when he was younger.
Yeah, but
which is why we don't follow him when he was a kid. We follow him when he's a grown-ass man.
The only way, okay, so like I've been watching Stargate. I know I've been saying this for a while. The O'Neill's kind of a sassy bitch. He has some attitude, some sarcasm. He's like me, basically. I know, shocking. But he's not like an unnecessary asshole.
Mm-hmm.
There is a difference.
Oh, there's absolutely times when having
charisma.
a character being a jerk or an asshole could absolutely work.
Like Kano from that Mortal Kombat movie that everyone forgot existed. Yeah,
That's
that one.
Movie.
Yeah, he's a charismatic asshole. But you have to have charisma. If you do not have charisma, then it doesn't work.
Think about how disastrous Han Solo could have been if it was not Harrison Ford.
Dear God.
Because he is a sarcastic asshole.
Yes.
But it's Harrison Ford's charm is what wins you over. If that had not been him, the character wouldn't have worked.
No, he would have just been an asshole.
And thus you would have had just the one film.
Yeah, no. Everyone loves Han Solo because of Harrison Ford.
Yes.
And I've not seen Solo, but from what I haven't seen the movie, but from what I've seen, it's like, and this is why you can't recast him, because that charisma's gone, and it's just, it's just gone, you know.
Now, so my wife and I, we watched it when I was on Netflix when we still had it.
You watched it when it was free? How dare you?
Well, no, because we had Netflix, so we were paying for it.
Shh. Joke.
But
ignore logical fallacy and joke. Just continue.
But we started watching it, and we got bored, so we turned it off, moved on to something else for a little while, came back to it. Then like our window for like watching the movie ended because we had something to go do. We did the thing, then came back and then finished the damn thing. It took us 3 different settings in order to watch an hour and a half, 2 hour long movie because it kept losing interest.
Yes, I've heard that Solo is extremely boring. That's the one thing I've heard consistently about that. good score, but consistently.
I
completely
mean,
boring.
when the guard has to give him gives him the name Solo, we were just
Yes.
laughing. Like, you didn't need to do that. We could have just accepted his name was Solo. This is Star Wars. People have silly names in this universe. We would have just gone with that.
Yes. Stargate universe counterpart. Well, he is my. I'm just watching the original show at the moment. The original Stargate SG-1 show. He is my counterpart. I am O'Neill, and O'Neill is me. We live different lives, but our personalities are the exact same. So yes. Yes. And I'm glad you put 2 L's on there, because it's O'Neill with 2 L's.
Yay.
Yeah.
Strive hard to succeed, but they're also incredibly
Yeah, I can't
flawed.
fucking see
They
him at
don't always
all.
do
Hold
the
on,
right
let me get my
thing, and they
sunglasses.
learn from this. It's a good thing to see characters screw things up. I really
Oh,
There was
what was that?
There's a picture.
was up.
God damn you.
Was that Star-Lord?
It's up.
Oh. You love it. You love to see it when characters screw things up. No, I still haven't forgiven Star-Lord for what he fucking did. Fuck Star-Lord.
I mean, it was easily the worst part of Infinity War for me. It
Yeah.
was just like, what? Like, I mean, the whole time I'm like, guys, get someone to tell him to fuck off. This is your chance to end Thanos right now.
Somebody knock him out.
Yes.
So dumb.
Do you think they did that to Star-Lord because they seem to hate Chris Pratt now?
No, I don't think they know what to do with this character now. I think that was forced regression because of that. I honestly, what do you do with his character, Josh?
Yeah.
It's done. There's probably a reason why Guardians of the Galaxy was a very small, unknown thing that happened in the Marvel Universe. Because I don't know how you're going to have a third movie. Unless you focus on Rocket's backstory. And then after that, there's no reason to keep the Guardians around anymore. Because it's the only character whose backstory you haven't actually explored. And I can guarantee you that's what this movie's going to be about.
Or because this is a different Gamora, we'll see a rekindling of their relationship.
Good. Because I was so fucking sold on their relationship to begin with that I need a rekindling of a relationship like that.
I mean, the fact that you have Zoe Saldana and Chris Pratt, that's the only thing that was making it somewhat believable, is that they're both very charming actors. But I wasn't sold on how it was being portrayed.
No, it actually, I almost left the theater during the second one because it made me mad. Like, they're having a funeral for his dad, and when they're in the coffin, they're looking at each other during the funeral, and then afterwards, they're trying to have this lovey-dovey moment, and I'm just like, dude, your dad just died. What are you doing?
Yeah.
That punched me out of the movie so hard, I almost left. I was so angry. So mad. I was like, are you serious?
I mean, it's like you almost had this scene be magical.
Yes.
Because Yondu's funeral was really, really well done.
It was the best part of the whole movie, yes. Yes.
Well, I mean, Yondu was the best part of the whole movie.
Oh, yeah. No, yes, Yondu. Sorry, my bad, yes.
Yeah.
Agreed.
Yeah. But yeah, during his funeral, she moves in and she gives him kind of a romantic support as opposed to just emotional support.
Yes. Yeah.
It's like,
that made me mad.
Keep this more platonic right here, because that's so wildly
inappropriate.
Yeah.
That was so inappropriate. I almost left the theater. I was like in tears, and then like when that happened, I just switched over to like full rage. I was so
I mean, my
mad.
God. I mean, Rocket was crying, and that hurt me too.
Yeah, I was crying, and then they decided to shove a like romantic subplot that I never gave a shit about the entire time that these characters have existed. Okay, down my throat during his fucking dad's funeral. It's like, really? Wow. Okay, somebody doesn't understand how emotions work. Good for you.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, stupid Star-Lord.
I really wish J.J. Abrams would return to Trek rather than War.
No!
Yeah, sure, do it.
His cronies are still there, and I want them all gone.
Yeah,
Pause in all
Hey,
honesty.
Golgo.
Golgo, hello. What's up?
I like The Force Awakens, but we all know it plays it a little too safe.
I don't know. What we got after that was so much worse that it's kind of like, meh.
I mean,
It was awful, but I mean, compared to Rise of Skywalker and Last Jedi, I mean, really?
I mean, at least, I have to say this. At least Rian Johnson didn't just redo A New Hope again. He actually tried taking some chances. They were horrible decisions.
Oh yeah, no, it's like he played it too safe, but then never mind. It's bad.
Yeah, it's like
I would watch Force Awakens over Last Jedi and Rise of Skywalker though.
Oh God, yes.
Okay, that's what my point is. And I hate Force Awakens because of what they did to Han Solo. Because Han Solo is my second.
Don't get me wrong. Don't get me wrong. Force Awakens is still terrible.
Yes, but he kind of puts it around.
But of the three, it's the best one.
Mm-hmm.
Unless you want something to laugh at, then the third one's the best one. Because it's so bad. It's ridiculously bad. It's amazing.
Mm-hmm. You have fun, you have to take care. Oh my God. Taking care of computer crap.
Okay,
Star Trek might have pissed off some purists, but it took chances.
Hold slowly.
Too safe. Star Trek might have pissed off some purists.
What do we say to that, Josh? I don't know what to say.
Star Trek purists like myself, I don't care that you've gone back to Kirk and Spock. It's irksome, but overall I don't mind. What I want are the characters I love in interesting, well thought out stories. Not pew pew action.
Yeah, it's not Star Wars.
The problem is not that Star Trek. The problem hadn't been that the Star Trek movies had gotten stale because the Next Generation cast was getting older. Let's go back to Captain Picard 15 years later. That's a brilliant idea. That's going to totally work out. Great job, guys. But that's not the inherent problem with it. What ultimately killed the Next Generation films, frankly, is the fact that you had people like Rick Berman had been running Star Trek pretty much since the third season of TNG.
Mm-hmm.
So since 1989 all the way to 2005.
Mm-hmm.
His creative staff had largely just kind of got burned out. And that happens. There's nothing wrong with that. And when something becomes stale, you need to, infuse some fresh blood in it. However, the fresh blood still needs to keep in mind what made people love Star Trek. The problem isn't that Star Trek was just, it didn't have enough spectacle and flash. What attracted people to it was that it was slower paced and it was well thought out stories with interesting characters. And that's not what we've gotten. We've just gotten flash with absolutely zero substance.
Mm-hmm.
That's been the problem. When the fan base is used to thinking, that's what a Star Trek purist is. We think about the stories because how many of them are basically morality tales?
Yeah.
And for the most part, Star Trek presented the morality tale and kind of gave us both perspectives. And that's interesting. That's good. That's good to talk about it. And things aren't always black and white. That's good. We don't want just mindless action that has nothing motivating it. That's boring. Yes, it might look nice. It's all flashy. But if there's nothing to the action, if there's no substance as to why they are doing the action set pieces, then it's hollow and it becomes boring.
Mm-hmm. But it's boom and flash and woo and
oh, okay.
And you're just a purist and a fucking hater. Don't like it, don't watch it, Josh.
Well, I'm not watching Star Trek anymore.
Yeah, neither is most people.
And here's the thing. I mean, I wasn't gonna pay for CBS All Access. Fuck that. So I wasn't getting, Discovery or Picard or anything like that anyway. But you know what I was doing? I was still watching people's reviews. I was still looking at what these assholes were doing. So even though I've not seen Picard, I know basically what happens in the first season of Picard.
Mm-hmm.
I know what happens in the first 2 seasons of Star Trek Discovery.
Mm-hmm.
I stopped watching people's reviews during the 3rd season of Discovery, and I am not watching anything else.
Mm-hmm.
When Alex Kurtzman got re-signed, despite rumors saying that he was fired multiple times.
Are you suggesting that rumors are just rumors, Josh? God
Yeah.
Lord, you have quite the amount of hot takes this stream. Good.
I know.
You need some air conditioning to cool down those hot takes.
I do have an air conditioner. It's currently off. I don't know why it's off. Why are you off? Anyway.
Are you expecting an answer back for the air conditioning?
Yes. My air conditioner is sentient, damn it.
And whoop. Okay.
But I've stopped watching people's reviews.
Mm-hmm.
When Alex Kurtzman re-signed his contract, I mean, and they offered him $155 million for like another 5 years. I can't blame him. I'd take that.
Yeah, same. It's like, oh yeah, 100 fucking 9 figures. Bitch, yes, I'm there. Hi.
I do it too, so I can't blame him.
Yeah.
So, but for me, that was I'm done. I am not watching. I am not looking at any more content from Star Trek until Kurtzman and his Goonies are gone.
Exactly. Yep. I'm just not interested in it anymore. Like, I have the good shit. Like, why would I fucking
Exactly.
watch this new shit? Like, I can't be bothered. Busy watching Stargate and horror movies and Tales from the Crypt and all kinds of other fun stuff. I can't watch bad Star Trek. I'm here watching bad horror movies. Okay, very important.
But it took chances and tried to move the franchise in a bold direction. Abrams is just a little too close to wars emotionally, I think. He was never a true Trek fan before he came on board, and I
Yes,
think
we
that really
know.
allowed him
We're
to
very
give
aware.
the film room to breathe. And on the subject of behind the scenes figures,
Who
Who dressed these two men?
Roberto Orci, who was the actual Star Trek fan of these two, and his
Who dressed
script,
these two men?
um,
Their moms,
a
apparently.
middle-aged British nanny. I don't know.
They're atrocious. Both outfits are atrocious and they're annoying.
Yeah.
Sorry, continue.
But yeah, you have Roberto Orci here on the left, who was the actual Star Trek fan between them. And this is a man who flat out said to Star Trek fans, basically, I get to write the movies and you don't. Which is, always wonderful behavior.
I love it when people are like, oh, because I am in charge of this project, that must mean that I'm the best. It's like,
Mhm.
I used to think that was the case. I haven't thought that way in a while now. So.
But yeah, he said something like along the lines of when people were, he was at a con and people were just kind of questioning like what kind of decisions led you to what was your decision making process for some of these bizarre decisions that you made, and he basically just cried, like I'm trying to remember how he actually worded it. It was along the lines of, I'm a loving parent, and that's why I need to teach you guys, because there's a reasons why I get to write the films and you don't. It was along those lines of condescension.
Oh, good. That was a good idea.
And
I'm sure those were.
This is coming from a man, and this is coming from a man who created a TV show about like alien soccer players that got canceled after one season because that's a stupid idea.
Stupid idea. Agreed.
And then you have Kurtzman, who has an unbelievably terrible track record.
Oh yeah, no.
Like, how does he keep getting work?
I don't know. Same thing with J.J. Abrams. It's like, yeah, he makes money, but long-term wise, he destroys things. He's like a virus that doesn't it's like a sterilization virus. And you don't notice it immediately until you're trying to have the next generation, and that's when you start noticing it.
Right.
Like, it's a prolonged virus. Like, the ramifications are the problems are introduced immediately, but people don't really start waking up to the issues until they really start to look at them. And yeah.
Mm-hmm. And then you have Kurtzman here, who, my God.
Just look at him. Like, is this a V-neck? If it's supposed to be a V-neck, who the fuck? This wrinkled ass bullshit that's occurring here. Or
is it a polo shirt that's unbuttoned?
Both are atrocious, okay?
And then there's is there like a heart with evil eyes on the corner of his pocket?
Yes.
What the hell? What is this?
I'm telling you right now, he decided to wear his nightshirt and then like a fucking jacket over, okay? He's wearing some kind of fucked up thing in a librarian's coat that he got from fucking Goodwill with a red heart on it. What is happening here? Like, these two guys came to this interview and this is what they decided to wear. A V-neck and a deeper V-neck, and then this bullshit.
It's not even a V-neck. It's just a cardigan that he put over his nightshirt.
Yeah, once you see it as a nightshirt, you can't unsee it, right?
But I mean, anyway, I mean, we could go on about
Clear
Kurtzman's
fucking glasses that he's wearing. Jesus, only very few people can pull off the clear glasses look. You are not one of those people. Just FYI.
Yeah.
Whatever.
I mean, my
what
God.
do I know? I'm not the one making the movie. I don't fucking know anything.
But yeah, I mean, Kurtzman, like one of his first writing projects, got sued for plagiarism, and they settled out.
That's a good fucking.
And they settled out of court for 7 figures.
Good.
Because they were able to point out to the judge, like, I believe, like 50 points of like, this is the exact same plot point. Like it was. The movie was The Island, and he ripped off a small...
Holy shit, I've seen it. I've seen that movie.
Alex Kurtzman was one of the writers on it. It got sued for plagiarism because it ripped off a low-budget 80s movie called Parts the Clonus Horror.
Yeah, I haven't seen
it. It's the same film.
It just doesn't have fucking Scarlett Johansson and...
It doesn't have the budget, but it's the exact... It is the same movie.
Oh.
And
I wasn't really that impressed with that movie either, so...
I mean, the idea has promise.
Yes, but I wasn't impressed with the movie. I got it in a 3-pack at Walmart for $5.
Okay.
Had what Aeon Flux, Ghost in the Shell, and that
The
one.
Island. Okay.
I think that was for the 3 movies. It was like a futuristic sci-fi, whatever, 3-pack.
But yeah, Part the Clonus Horror. It's a low-budget 80s film. And they sued for plagiarism, and they settled out of court for 7 figures.
Mm-hmm.
And then, of course, he wrote Transformers 2, most famous for having the racist robots. Great job.
Mm-hmm.
Then there was, of course... yeah.
And yes, Scarlett does look good in it. I agree with that.
Well, it's hard for her not to look good in it.
She really didn't look that good in fucking Black Widow, but, whatever.
That's because, like, half the time she was a stupid CGI puppet that looked awful.
Oh, my God.
Yeah.
Our longest stream ever is me losing my fucking mind in the 3rd act. How awful it was.
Yeah.
If you need a balance smoother after you see that movie, though, go watch How It Should Have Ended.
Yep, that was pretty good.
So fucking good.
But then also, Amazing Spider-Man 2, which was going to kick off the Sony Spider-Man universe, and it killed it.
Is that just like it killed Gwen Stacy, right? Or was that in the first one?
No, that was in the second one that he wrote.
The fucking spiderweb hand coming down and trying to...
Just completely ruining the death of Gwen Stacy.
So fucking funny.
Completely ruined it.
God, it's hilarious.
And then, of course, he was put in charge of the Dark Universe, which everyone completely forgets existed. He wrote and directed The Mummy, which is easily one of the worst films made in recent memory.
Dude, I have the classic, the Mummy with Brendan Fraser, like, right there. I fucking love that movie. One of my favorites. Absolutely.
I mean, Boris Karloff is the first Mummy movie, but...
Shush! The one everyone remembers. The Brendan Fraser one.
You mean the Boris Karloff one? That's the one everyone remembers.
No. Brendan Fraser.
Even though it's the same movie.
Brendan Fraser. Brendan Fraser's Mummy. Do not fight me on this, Josh. You will lose. Brendan Fraser's Mummy's better.
No, it's not. It is... The original is better. It's the same. It is the exact same film.
Don't make me come to Pittsburgh. We'll fight you. Nah, but we can't agree that the Tom Cruise one was atrocious.
Oh, shit. That was
It was fucking atrocious. I remember my dad was like, we got this for like $3. We're going to watch it. And I was just like, okay, I'll watch it with y'all. And we sat down. We were just like, what? Half the movie is like seriously 50% of that movie is them setting up for a universe that never fucking happened.
Yep.
They tried to make that like the fucking I don't remember. There's that MCU movie that has like them setting up the Avengers before the Avengers movie. It's that one.
Yep, pretty much.
So,
but yeah, and just think if that Spider-Man 2 movie had worked, or if The Mummy had worked, he
We
wouldn't
got
have gotten
more.
Star Trek. Yeah, but he wouldn't have gotten Star Trek then.
Interesting.
He came back to Star Trek. He had moved on because he'd already
That's
ruined it,
hilarious.
and then decided, well, I keep getting fired from these projects that have failed miserably, so let me go back to the one that they kept having me work for some reason.
Yeah, we'll never figure it out. All right, let's continue.
Who helped bring this to life, Roberto Orci and Alex Kurtzman. This is easily the best script they've ever produced.
I need to back up.
I honestly can't argue with that point.
I need to back up. I need to hear this.
Give the film room to breathe. And on the subject of behind-the-scenes figures who helped bring this to life, Roberto Orci and Alex Kurtzman, this is easily the best script they've ever produced. Not that, in the grand scheme of things, that's saying too much, as they have produced these stinkers.
Oh my god.
We agree!
Well, I don't think Orci had anything to do with The Mummy. But
Well,
yes,
I will,
they were a writing tandem for a while, and yes.
And I like Optimus Prime and the Bayformer movies. I have not seen The Last Night. I have seen reviews of The Last Night, but I've not seen it.
And he went with Transformers 5, not Transformers 2, the one that had the racist caricatures, because he wrote that one too.
I thought this was 2. Revenge of the Fallen? Is that not 2? It's on the pyramid. Pyramids were very important in 2.
Was it? Oh, that's okay. That's the
Yeah.
S. I thought that. Okay, that's Transformers. I thought that was the 5.
No.
Because of the terrible font.
No.
Okay, yeah, that is the 2.
Yes. Oh, nope, I'm not going to say that either. I could. I have to be careful with my Transformer takes, or else I'm going to get annihilated from the nerd community. Moving on. See, it's
I don't think the
kind of
sequels ever lived up to the
pretty.
first.
See what I mean? It's kind of pretty.
Yeah, but look how close the nacelles are together. They're way too close, and they look like they've been lifting at the gym.
Well, you know what? They got a Naricel job, all right? They needed some lifting. It's been like 50 years. There's some droopage happening. That was a clever joke. You can pretend like it wasn't, but that was fucking clever, and I will not have you ignore that thing didn't happen. Okay. So,
outing, but that's a video for another day. For now, I just want to say that for me, Star Trek is a classic. And if you haven't seen it, but you're a fan of the genre, absolutely go and check it out.
hey guys, I found the fucking watch this shit. Guys, guess what? I found the bridge.
I mean, look at this. Even in the vacuum of space, there's still lens flares coming from the windows and everything. So how bright is it in there?
I don't even know. Like, it is so fucking bright. It's just as bright as these lights that are fucking pointed at us.
Yeah, the lights that are in the windows are as bright as the lights that are just shining on the ship name and the designation.
Yes. Like a license plate light, basically.
Yes.
Can you imagine the inside of your car being as bright as those fucking license plate lights?
All of them?
For now, I just want to say that for me, Star Trek is a science fiction classic. And if you haven't seen it,
I didn't hear, dude, I've literally not heard a single argument. I haven't heard a single argument. Jesus
but you're
Christ.
a fan of the genre, absolutely go and check it out. Goodbye, old friend, and may the Force be with you.
That outro kind of triggered me a bit. Hold
Oh
on.
my god.
24 seconds. Hold on.
This week's video is edited by Tara Jennett. If you'd like to see more from Full Fat videos, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe.
Oh
And of
no,
course,
he's done
keep
Lord of the
drinking
Rings
some Full Fat
videos.
milk.
He's done Lord of the Rings videos.
Josh. Captain America's best MCU moment, why Cat matters, and it shows Falcon. If you are going to try to tell me that Captain America's best MCU moment was him handing the shield over to Falcon, I will find you and punch you in your face.
I mean, I would argue that his single best moment in all the films is when he jumped on the grenade before he got the super soldier serum.
Yep, that's one of them at least.
That shows his character right there.
Yes, that is one, if not like that is one of those moments. Yes. So. Well, that was fun.
Yay. My brain got a little melted on that one.
Oh, dude, this is the second video we've done from him, and they were both really bad.
Yes. Yep.
I mean, by all means, show me some good videos, but I've seen 2 videos from him. They were both absolute fucking garbage. So, I don't know. Maybe
what was the first one we did?
God, I don't remember. It's probably not a good sign either. So. JJ's fault that Kurtzman made starships have infinite space inside their ships. Yeah, the starships do seem a lot bigger and smaller at the same time. I don't know how they managed to do that.
But yeah, if you look at the specifications of JJ's Enterprise compared to the original Enterprise, it's literally twice as big.
Interesting.
Like his Enterprise for the Constitution class Enterprise is almost the same size as the Galaxy class Enterprise.
And they brought their whole fucking families on those ships and had like schools and shit. Like that was like long term.
The Enterprise D could accommodate like 1,100 people for like its regular crew.
Yeah.
Whereas the original Enterprise was like 400.
Yeah. Yeah, they had like full fucking families on that ship in the Galaxy class. So, whereas like the Constitution class was much more of a military vessel.
Mm-hmm. So. That's why its mission was only 5 years, because it was like
a tour, basically. You
go out for 5 years, come back, because that's all you got.
Yep. So, yay!
We did it.
Let's see, what do I got going on? Next weekend it's gonna be a little wonky. I have Stoof that is happening, but we will have something else there.
I might have Stoof as well next week.
We both have Stoofs, so we are going to still try to have like some kind of like premiere live stream or something. Like it's gonna be like I'm gonna record it, but like it's gonna be like premiered and shit. So, and then Babe the Menace is 4 p.m. CST Wednesday on Lorena's channel. So
that's on Lorena's this week.
Yes.
Yay.
Yes. So, any more Stoof from you? Are you busy?
Well, I will. I've kind of become a regular on Mary's game stream on Monday nights. Usually just to harass Mark and confuse Dadman. Basically what I do.
It's okay. Harassing Mark is kind of in your job description. It was on your resume when I got you on there. So.
Yeah.
harasser of Mark. So yeah, he's very proud of it.
But yeah. And then still working on this video series that I've been doing. And I'm hoping, no promises, but I'm hoping to have something ready by Halloween. A special Halloween video.
Spooky time?
Possibly.
Spooky time. Nice. Well, that's everything from me. Yeah, we're good. So thank y'all for coming, dealing with our nonsense, and being amazing. Staying.
Yes.
And listening to our nonsense. Yes. I will see you, I guess, Wednesday if y'all want to chill at the Bay of the Menace, and I will kind of be I might be in the chat on next Saturday. If any super chats or anything come through, I'll do something. Maybe I'll do one of those super chat square up things I've heard things about. I don't know.
Oh my goodness.
Oh my god. Yeah. So
Yeah,
I don't know
Chris
how to.
is-
What? What did Chris say? Oh my goodness. I don't understand why you people have been doing that. I went on my fucking Twitter and I had like 50 notifications, and I was just like, what the fuck is going on?
You
And
can.
all of you assholes decided to fucking tag me.
Okay. Let me explain it to you real quick.
Uh-huh.
So, on Mary's game stream, like a couple weeks ago now, Dadman was on the stream with us,
Mm-hmm.
and so was Arwen,
Mm-hmm.
and I think it was Firefly MK popped into the chat, and Dadman told Arwen to say hi for him, even though he's on the live stream. He could just say hi himself.
Oh, okay.
So it just kind of snowballed from there. Like, so everyone then started saying, Arwen, can you say blank? Can you say hi to Chris Persia for me? And it just snowballed from there. And then in the chat, people started adding things and doing, can you send
chat? Yes.
Can you can you email Purple to text Loki to talk to you, to send smoke signals to what? It just kept going and expanding and getting more and more ridiculous.
Yeah, a bunch of weirdos.
But it all started from Dadman.
And yes, we both have our standing at the end of the stream. So, and yes, I have a new outro for October. So enjoy the new outro. Yay! And I might forget to hit in broadcast again because I did that on Babe the Menace. So
yes,
anyway.
I saw that. I was watching.
I was like, oh no, I forgot. Jesus Christ. Anyway.
Oh my goodness, a super chat.
What? A super chat has occurred. Oh my goodness. CK? Who is CK? Who is this mysterious CK? Oh my goodness. Hold on, I gotta refresh. Oh my god. Thank you, Captain and co-host Josh, for an entertaining show. Ah, thank you.
Thanks, Chris.
Did you mean CP? The K and P are kind of far apart. CK, I don't know. I feel like that's an inside joke. Anyway. Thank y'all. Thank you so much. Yay. All right. I'm gonna go now. I want food. So go.
That's why I ate a pizza while we were doing the show.
God damn you, Josh. Anyway, bye.
Bye, everyone.